The college football playoff continues to Happy Valley. Last night we were in South Bend. Today we are in Happy Valley, Pennsylvania. It's Penn State and SMU set to square off in the college football playoff first round here on Give 'em 5 Media. Alongside my my friend today and my broadcast partner Ben Ganz, Robbie Basel here for you today. Ben, it's an interesting contest of both sides runners up in their conference. Now they get to square off here in front of what looks like a wideout in the freezing cold. What's going to be the keys today?
The running game for Penn State, especially James Franklin. I'm a Michigan fan. We all know James Franklin is not the best in these big moment games. So this will be a big prove for him. And another Big Ten coach later today will have to prove it with you and Chase Caridi on the call, which everyone should check out. But for me, SMU plays a bit high tempo. So it'll be interesting to see how that Penn State is able to match up against it, which is one of the keys I'm happy about.
There's so many keys that you can point out and so many players you can point out as well. Who's your players to watch for this opening contest?
For Penn State, we're going to look at the defensive lineman Abdul Carter from Pennsylvania, hometown kid, and then swinging it over to the Mustangs. Oh, what a name! I feel like we have to admire that name for a quick second, okay?
That was the name of my high school. That was my high
Mustangs.
school's teams. Yeah,
And Cooper
Manila
Cords
Mustangs.
cooked your high school team last night.
He
But
did, but we're
that's
not for you
besides
to
the point.
focus on Coop or for you to focus
So
on
for me,
SMU.
I'm gonna say Bashard Smith, the running back from Florida for SMU.
He's a big downhill runner, very physical as well. It'll be very exciting to see how he plays. We are just minutes away from kickoff, and more comes to you live next here on Give 'em 5 Media. Welcome back to the college football playoff here on Give 'em 5 Media. It's Penn State taking on the SMU Mustangs. We are back. Robbie, Basel, Ben Ganz. We're just moments away from kickoff. Ganz, it's going to be an interesting one. The two quarterbacks really didn't get to address them. You've seen a lot of Drew Aller, and I've been able to see a good amount of Kevin Jennings. Drew Aller is an interesting one, right? Because he's been great at points. It hasn't been great at others. What's going to be the biggest key for Drew Aller as we see kickoff in just 2 minutes?
To be honest, it's going to be the play calling. I remember I remember last season when he played against Michigan. The play calling that game for Penn State was very bad, I must say. Not much passing. The switch up was very bad. They tried to rely on the running game. It really didn't work out. So the hope is that they improved it. But then also both QBs are multi-threat, with Kevin Jennings, the QB for SMU, being able to use his legs. And he's only a sophomore, which is just crazy to think about. And then Drew Aller coming back already. And then we have, if I'm not mistaken, James Franklin's a bit upset that his backup QB, Bo Perbola, had to transfer.
Yes, that's
which I think we should touch on. I think we should talk about that, actually.
Yeah, definitely. It's an interesting storyline because yesterday, Preston Stone was another guy who we thought could transfer out of SMU. He's here. And for Penn State, their backup quarterback is not available because, of course, the transfer portal. What are your
100%.
thoughts on that?
I find it interesting. You even saw with the player from Indiana yesterday, Donovan McCulley.
Yeah,
he transferred. Right. So I think it's interesting how I think they really need to fix that because it's unfair to the teams in an aspect, I would say, as they don't get to have full rosters for the playoffs in a way. Because say hypothetically, right, Drew Aller gets hurt. Boom, your backup QB is gone. You're screwed.
Yeah.
So it's really on the committee and on the NCAA as a whole to work on that together. But we've known in the past that the committee and NCAA don't like each other. So I doubt we'll get anything done there.
We take a look at SMU with head coach Rhett Lashley. 11 wins in each of his first 2 seasons. And now with this SMU squad led by Kevin Jennings, they have looked so good, especially in the passing game lately. And they will be set to kick off in just a couple of moments.
What about Tyler Warren, Robbie?
Tyler Warren. We'll headline him in a moment as we are set to go. We are underway in the college football playoff on Give 'em 5. Penn State set to return from inside their 05, cutting up field 25-30, and Penn State will get stopped right around the 30-yard line. So out will come Drew Aller and the number 15 for the Penn State Nittany Lions. One of the more often frustrating yet very solid Drew Aller.
And a point of emphasis for him is his deep throws, pocket presence, and leadership. But then for SMU, they're from Texas, so it doesn't get that cold down there. So it'll be interesting to see how they respond to the adversity with the temperature.
First down and 10. Singleton in the backfield, 3 receivers left. Dropping to throw is Aller. Screen past Singleton, cutting up past the 30, and won't get much farther. It'll be a gain of about nothing as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Walker was there to make the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I like that play call, though. Little trickery, start off the game. I do expect some deep shots taken. I do expect it to be a high-scoring game as well.
Aller, quick throw, right side complete. It's to Wallace the third, and it'll be 3rd down and short. It'll be about 3rd and 2. It's a gain of 8.
Good play. James Franklin, 3 straight seasons with 10-plus wins, but hasn't been able to get anything monumental done at Penn State. Looking for the first big win under his career there.
3rd and short. In the backfield is Allen now, along with, I believe that's Tyler Warren. Now he moves out offset right. 3rd and short. Aller drops the throw. Looking right, now looking middle. Aller rolling left. Aller still got time. He's going to shoot past one. Shovel pass incomplete.
Horrible.
He had multiple options up the field.
Multiple options. Yeah, a plethora of options, Robbie.
Had multiple options. Looked like Warren was open. And looked like he had multiple receivers. It's a quick 3 and out for Penn State.
He had Katron Allen wide open for a good minute at least, And he's sitting there like, where's the ball? Come on. That's bad communication between the quarterback and the running back. So we'll see how they respond to that. But SMU getting a big stop. But we'll see how they respond with the first offensive drive.
Punt is away. It'll bounce at around the 28. It'll take a very good SMU bounce. And the Mustangs will get it at around their 33-yard line. As we take a quick look at Kevin Jennings, the SMU quarterback. What do you like the most about him, Ben?
The dual threat I mentioned earlier, reminding me a lot of Lamar Jackson, be able to use his legs, but also throw the ball.
He's able to do so much. It is probably one of the key reasons why this SMU team has been so successful this season. As they'll have it on 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. In the backfield is Smith. Handoff goes to Smith, cuts past one, tries to get by another, but won't be going anywhere. There to make the tackle was the 28 of Zane Durant. You talked about Abdul Carter. You'll see him a lot defensively, as well as the aforementioned Smith. Quick pass left side complete across the 40, and a down and around midfield was Matthew Hibner. And you talked about the pace. The transfer.
From Michigan.
1st and 10. Smith cuts left side across the 45 and short of the 40. So Brashard Smith able to get about 8 yards on 1st down. Able to be part of this, as you mentioned before, very quick moving offense for SMU.
Hibner transfer from Michigan, and then just a high tempo setting the pace early.
2nd and 2. Deep shot left side. Incomplete. But a flag.
I was going to say, ain't no way, no flag there. I'm sorry. But Penn State defenseman Jalen Kimber, the senior from Indiana, was grabbing him there, holding on. It's going to be a pass interference, it seems, on Penn State. And SMU moving early, moving fast. Whew. Like Mustangs, fast in the wind. And I bet it's a pretty windy day out there, Robbie.
It is PI against Penn State. So it will be a 1st down. Apologies if there's any issue with the clock. We did have clock issues yesterday as well. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Jennings commanding traffic at the line of scrimmage. Now motions 2 to the right. 1 receiver either side now. Jennings, play action. Stepping up in the pocket. He wants to go. Jennings is going to slide and will get about 3.
He felt the presence of Tony Rojas, the sophomore from Virginia there, and he decided, let me take the smart thing and slide. But this high-tempo offense.
They're going to go again right away. Jennings, handoff Smith, cutting back left side, and will get just short of the 20, maybe at the 21. So it'll be 3rd and 4 to pick up of about 3.
Indeed. 3rd and 2, actually.
3rd and 2. They gave him a very generous spot. Smith moving forward, and I don't think he got that.
I agree.
It will be 4th and 1. What do you do here? It's very early in the game. Remember that.
Okay, the analytics say go for it. 9 for 17 on 4th down conversions, which is over 50% converting. So the analytics say you should go for it here. And I like the call to go for it. I was saying last night, trick plays, got to come out big, and we'll see.
SMU, who've pushed the pace early, inside the red zone now, and we're going to get whistles. Not really sure, but it's going to be a timeout. First of the half by SMU.
Don't hate the call. You know, it's very loud with the Nittany Lion fans. So, James Franklin trying to hype up his team clearly isn't working that much as they are getting dusted deep and in the middle. But we'll be right back after this short break.
Welcome back to college football playoff action on Give 'em 5 Media. It is Penn State and SMU still at no score with 11-14 to go in the first quarter. But SMU have just called timeout. So they will have two remaining. No
Big,
score early on.
big fourth down play here, Robbie. We saw last night Indiana didn't get many fourth down attempts, and they ended up losing. Can SMU do differently?
Well, real quick before we show off what will happen on fourth down, we'll take a look at our upcoming schedule of college football playoff action all day here on Give 'em 5. All three games will happen back to back to back. We'll see Ethan Bonner and Owen Heffron coming up next with Texas and Clemson, and of course myself and Chase Creedy tonight for Ohio State, Tennessee. Fourth down and 1. Two in the backfield for SMU. Handoff. Oh no, it's going to be a keeper for Jennings. He's going to throw it now. It is incomplete.
Oh,
They could not hold on. Hinder, the intended receiver. It is a turnover on downs. You don't hate the call there, don't you?
I don't, but I hate the execution, I must say. I think he had the first down if he just ran it himself. He was trying to go for it all. He easily had the first down there. The throw was not a good throw at all. Kind of like a little shovel pass. So definitely could have been better. But I like the guts to go for it there. Make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe. We're on Instagram and TikTok, so follow us there as well.
7 drop passes in the ACC title game against Clemson last week.
Interesting.
First drop of the game for SMU. Tyler Ward's going to take the handoff, direct handoff himself. Direct snap, rather. And he will get a good amount of yards. Give him about 5 or 6. Tyler Ward, you talked about him earlier. Let's talk about Tyler Ward. He could really do it all for this Penn State offense.
Exactly. He can play QB, fullback, tight end, wide receiver, even center I saw earlier, I believe. So a jack of all trades. It'll be interesting to see what he can do today.
Well, he's now in motion to the right. Two backs in the backfield with Aller. Handoff to Allen, and he'll move his way forward. Give him about a yard, maybe 2. And it'll be third up, down, and short very quickly again for Penn State.
The Ponies have to be happy with how their defense has been playing so far, being able to execute and not allow any big, deep plays by this Nittany Lions offense.
3rd and 3, 10 minutes to go, first quarter. About 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Empty set for Aller. He's got a man in motion in Allen. Now line up to his right. Aller drops back, looking left. Now looking middle, has to step up to his right. Aller going to take off and go, and is going to get the first down of the game for Penn State. It's a run of about 6. And really, Aller able to extend the play and get the first down.
Good there by Aller, but he has wide receivers open, but he looks scared to throw it, Robbie. I don't know if you're seeing that as well, but that's what I'm currently seeing in it. He got the first down, but I don't know if it's a miscommunication or maybe jitters. But Aller has to fix that soon.
It's an interesting point. Maybe we'll address it in a second. Bunch left. Now Warren moves offset left of Aller. Handoff up the middle. Bouncing off tacklers is Allen, but he will lose a yard on the play. Tackle there made, not sure who actually made that tackle. There's a couple of SMU. It's a good team tackle. That's a good way to put it. Multiple defenders in there to get that tackle for a loss. And it'll be 2nd and 11.
I know it's far away, but March Madness starts March 18th. Catch some games live, 100% on Give 'em 5 Media, and maybe our own bracket challenge. Stay tuned.
Ooh, that will be interesting.
Stay tuned for more.
2nd and 11. Play action. Aller looks to throw. Shovel pass to Allen, and he's going to get the first down. He'll get about 12 on the shovel pass.
Looking
so
a little
unconventional the unconventional play continues. Give him. They needed 11. Give him 12. First down, Penn State.
How about give him 5?
Yeah, that's one way that you can word you can use as well. Toss right, and he's not going anywhere. That's Katron Allen again, and he will lose yards again on first down. It'll be a
It
loss of maybe two. It'll be 2nd and 12.
seems to me like they're trying to match the high tempo offense SMU, but it's really not working out. And James Franklin needs to deep breath, play your own game, and just play your own game.
What they are doing, and we saw this yesterday, was the true clock strategy from Notre Dame. Handoff this time to Nick Singleton, and he will move forward. Give him about 3.
Yeah, right now, I like SMU. They look way better to me.
They're not.
But
They're doing a lot of things right. Remember, they've only had one drive so far.
they have, but from that one drive, they've looked better than both the Penn State drives. So
Still very early in this game, of course. 7 minutes or so to go. We got a whistle.
looks like a hurt player on SMU. If I'm not mistaken, that seems to be Blake Burris, the defensive tackle, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll catch you guys right after this media break.
Welcome back to Give 'em 5 Media's presentation of the college football playoff. SMU and Penn State still locked up at no score. We just had an injury timeout. But what we do know from earlier today, and we've seen it here in New York where we are, and obviously out in Happy Valley, was the snow. And that's been a very big theme lately for most of these games today, is the freezing cold temperatures, which is fun to
Yes.
note.
And SMU, like I mentioned earlier, not a lot of experience playing in the cold weather. So we'll see if that impacts their game at all. Hasn't seemed like it so far, but we'll see.
3rd and medium. Aller drops the throw, fires left side too far. It was intended for Wallace again, but it'll be a stop for the Mustangs again. They are looking pretty good on defense.
Yeah, great covers there by Deuce Harmon, the junior cornerback. Only 5'10", but playing bigger for his size, I would say.
So 4th down, they're going to punt this away.
Watch out for a trick play that was Warren on the field.
No, he was not, and they do get it away. It's not the longest punt in the world, and it'll be out at around the 20-yard line.
Punts have been horrible. I'm going to be honest. Last night, the punts were not the best. Today, the punts have not been the best.
Still very early on, but you're talking about the special teams from yesterday. The only miscue on special teams, other than the onside kick recovery, was the missed field goal by Notre Dame. Notre Dame
It was
makes that field goal
blocked.
much. What?
It was
Oh,
blocked,
it was
though.
blocked. That's right. The blocked field goal. I was just getting to that. It was blocked. But now SMU tried to capitalize on their solid start. Handoff up the middle and won't really go for anything. Handoff that time was to Smith again. Tackle there made by the 99, Izzard. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
See, for SMU, they don't rotate running backs as much as the other teams we've seen so far. So that will be an interesting aspect into the wear and tear part of the game, especially since it's very cold.
We saw a lot of rotating of the running backs in the Notre Dame game last night. We'll see if that changes here. Pass is intercepted inside the 10, inside the 5. It's a pick 6. Touchdown, Penn State.
Wow. Big miscue there. Jennings thought he had Smith, just threw it up. Smith wasn't even looking for the ball. And Ben Chismar, what a first name, first of all. Ben's doing great things here and there, clearly. But just what a heads-up play, and he takes it all the way. Penn State is roaring like a Lion should be, and they come out with a 6-0 lead, pending the extra point, Robbie. Great interception, don't you think?
It was indeed. It was a complete miscue from Jennings off the back foot. The extra point is good. How about Penn State? They struggle on their first 2 drives. SMU didn't. But what did Penn State do defensively on their second drive? Was force the turnover. It's a back foot pick 6. As Penn State, they have the lead here on Give 'em 5 Media. The college football playoff here on Give 'em 5 Media. 7-0. The score now between Penn State and SMU. Ganz, talk us through that last play.
Just clearly, the offensive line didn't do its part. Blocks were breaking early on, And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, was it 99? Oh, yeah, Izzard, who made a good play earlier, broke through. Jennings just threw it, thought he had it with Smith, but Ben came through on defense, and he took it to the crib for the pick six. 7-0 Penn State, but we'll see how SMU responds.
Kickoff is up and away. And is going to roll out of bounds. So it's a penalty against Penn State for a free kick out of bounds. And it'll be a 1st and 10. And I believe, is it the 35 in college?
I think, or the 30. But I want to give a quick shout out to all the viewers out there, especially for last night. With 3.8K viewers, wow. We'd like to thank you so much from Given 5 Media. And we appreciate all the support. And we're going to keep up the good work. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, turn on those bell notifications so you know when we post some new content. I heard Kevin Jennings did it.
He might have. I don't know if he's done it yet. Maybe if he did subscribe, it wouldn't help him throw. It would help him not throw pick sixes.
True.
1st and 10. Again for SMU. 6:08 to go, first quarter. A chaotic first quarter so far. Play clock inside 7. Pitch right side Smith, cutting across the 40 and shoved out of bounds at about the 42. It's a gain of 7. And following an interception, any interception, you wouldn't expect run out of the gate. I'm surprised they didn't run commit. 2nd and 3, handed off up the middle, and you'll be now going to about 3rd and 2, maybe 3rd and 1.
I think they're trying to build the confidence. I think maybe some jitters early on, especially after that almost touchdown drive where he threw his incompletion. So
3rd and 2, handoff Smith. He's not going anywhere. Multiple Penn State defenders stuffing him up the middle. Zane Durant was the first one there. Abdul Carter was in there as well. It's a gain of nothing. 4th and 2.
I'm expecting a punt here. I doubt you go for it here, but just that defensive line from Penn State. Wow. Manhandling the SMU offensive line. And just, it's looking like a lopsided game right now. It was earlier, then it flipped. So it could flip in a matter of seconds. But wait, is SMU going for it?
They're not going for it.
Okay.
They just have Abdul Carter still on the field.
I was confused with that camera angle.
Play clock inside 5. I was too. Punt is away. It's a very low punt. And it's not really going to go anywhere.
See? The punters struggling.
It is very windy out there in Happy Valley. And it'll be 1st and 10. Upcoming for Penn State. The defense is causing problems. We'll see if that continues to be a theme when we return on Given 5 Media. action here on Give 'em 5 Media. Real quick before we come back, we do have a stat correction for those who want to keep track of the numbers. The interception and the pick six was not done by the person Ganz said. It was actually done by Dominic DeLuca, the redshirt junior from West Pittston, Pennsylvania. So it wasn't by Ben, it was by
It's Dominic.
By Dominic DeLuca, the junior.
I was trying to give my fellow Ben some love. Saw the name, got too excited. But that crowd, wow. Are there any SMU fans?
It's kind of hard to tell.
I'm giving 70-30% SMU right now. I mean, sorry, Penn State.
Well, last night, if you remember, we had a very big Notre Dame crowd at Notre Dame Stadium. But here at Beaver Stadium, it's kind of the same theme. First it said, Aller shotgun, fakes the handoff, looking to throw. He's going to check it down. He's going to get a first down. It's a gain of about 13. Pass complete to Dinkins. And one play, one first down already for Penn State.
Good play there by Penn State. Had the nice check down. Dinkins had some extra green grass ahead of him, and he gets the first down. And coming right back out, Tyler Warren.
Tyler Warren, the big 44 in blue today for Penn State, lines up offset right in that normal tight end position. Handoff, Singleton bounces right. Singleton's got room to go. He is going to run out of bounds, but not before he picks up a big gain of about 17 yards. And another first down for Penn State.
This is giving me deja vu to last night, looking one-sided on the offensive side of the ball. Great block there by the offensive line.
Aller wants to go quick. He's going to fire a completion. That's to your guy. It's Tyler Warren. That's another first down. Give him 14.
Great job there. And they're playing quick pace now also. So they're going to use SMU's style against them.
That little hook route over the middle. Now about 3:20 to go in the first quarter. Penn State and SMU in the opening game of the day here on Give 'em 5 Media. Still have Texas Clemson and Ohio State Tennessee tonight.
That's the best game in my opinion.
We'll see about that as the day goes on. Shovel pass to Warren off the play action. You'll get about 2. The first play on the drive that didn't result in another first down, as this one only goes for about 2 yards.
Is that Mahomes and Kelsey, or is that Aller and Warren? Look, it's giving me a lot of reminiscence of watching Mahomes and Kelsey.
Quick screen pass is incomplete. They do eventually whistle an incomplete pass. So this is an area where Penn State have struggled a little bit today so far, and has been the third and mediums, third and long situations. It'll be 3rd and 8 with 2:33 to go first quarter. Penn State leading 7-0.
Throughout the season, they haven't struggled. 47% on 3rd down and 76% on 4th down. So you have to think, if they get a 4th and manageable, they do go for it here, correct?
You will have to wait and see on that. Multiple men in motion, including Allen, who now lines up left of Drew Aller. Shotgun snap, drops the throw. Aller is going to get sacked. Multiple men in there to make the stop. Elijah Roberts was the first one to get to him, though, and it's 4th down and long.
Believe transfer from Miami, if I'm not mistaken. Great play by him, and good momentum stopper for SMU.
So it will be 4th and 13, 2 minutes to go, or about 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Still a long way to go in this game, but they're going to go for this. Penn State's offense remains on the field. Crazy. They had trips left, now 1 man in motion. Aller's going to drop the throw. Aller forced to move in the pocket, has to do a deep drop, evades 2, has to fire a screen pass, and it's incomplete.
I'm speechless. Give me a second. James Franklin. What do you do? 4th and 13?
Not
Do you mean-
really.
It's not 4th and 3, buddy. It's 4th and 13. Ay, ay, ay. And this is what I'm saying, though, Robbie. That's what I'm saying.
Indeed, you are right, my friend. It will be first down for SMU, who are now able to capitalize on. That's the big momentum that you were talking about.
That's
Momentum needed for SMU. They get the 4th down stop, and now they'll have it on first down.
Just wasn't expecting that momentum.
Jennings shotgun's going to give a handoff. This is to the backup running back. I believe that's a receiver. And off that
Johnson.
And off there to LJ Johnson. He's listed as something else on my other sheet.
I like it, though. But SMU's miscues, Robbie. Failed 4th down conversion in the red zone, and then the pick 6. But I like the halfback draw there. I really do.
I do indeed like it as well. Second and short. Dropping to throw Jennings. He's going to have to take off and fires one right side incomplete.
Almost had his wide receiver there. Just a bit too far out.
Wait, there's a penalty marker on the field. Penalty is out.
And it's showing Abdul Carter. Could it be roughing the passer potentially?
It looks like we actually might have a hold. It is on the offense. And it'll be replay second down. So it'll be 2nd and 15 upcoming. Correction, 2nd and 12 upcoming.
Savion Bird, the junior from Texas, Cedar Hill, sorry. Just not what you need there. Cancels momentum for your own team. But we'll see what Kevin Jennings can do back there.
So it's now 2nd and 12. 1 minute on the dot to go in the first quarter. SMU still trailing 7-0 after the pick 6 thrown by Jennings. He's going to drop the throw. Quick screen pass Smith. Evades one tackler. He's going to get by a second across the 30 and will be down at about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of about 7.
Matthew Hibner is walking a bit gingerly toward the sidelines. And it seems self-inflicted wounds, Robbie, have been the main issue for SMU. The 4th down mishap, the pick 6, now the holding. Really can't have those, especially in this big of a game.
Indeed, you are right, my friend. 3rd and 5, about 10-second difference between the game clock and play clock. So we will have one more play in the first quarter. 3rd and 5. 1 in motion. Jennings drops the throw. Pressure coming. He's going to roll out right. Fires. Pass is complete. I don't know if he got it or not. It's right at the marker. We'll have to wait and see. He looks to be right there.
That's a favorable spotting. Though lucky for Penn State, it is the end of the first. So maybe they'll get a review here. Potentially.
We'll stay with you for this because there's a quick drag route over the left side. I'm not very sure, Ganz. It's very close.
It's hard to see when his knee was down. I don't know, but again, could be a self-inflicted wound of just not reaching that ball across first down marking. But Robbie, we were talking about the transfer portal earlier.
We were talking about the transfer portal earlier.
Last night, 2 transfer QBs. Today, no transfer QBs playing. In this game, of course. Do you think that impacts at all the chemistry within the team? Or
I don't know. It's a very interesting question. I mean, usually for some of the teams, those types of players could have a certain impact or could only know one system. It's a very interesting question. I like hope personally, as someone who's watched the game for a very long time. I love homegrown players. So players who have stayed with one team for a long time. We see that, of course, with this game. And I'm not the biggest fan of the transfer quarterbacks typically, but there's some transfer QBs, and we're going to see one of them tonight in Will Howard, who has the hype and can elevate the team, but is inconsistent in some of those big moments that if he was there for, let's say, an extra year learning as an Ohio State quarterback, for example, he'll be able to adapt better in those key moments. There's just those small pick me moments that you're like, I'd rather act like a homegrown quarterback here, but there's some moments as well where I'd rather have a transfer quarterback there. So it's a very interesting question, of course.
That is fair. Make sure you guys let us know your thoughts. Would you rather have a transfer QB or a homegrown QB in the comment section? Personally, for me, I think homegrown because more experience with the playbook.
Good point.
But I think it also just depends on the team and the players surrounding the team, because you do see teams like Ohio State who are filled with transfers who make it, but then you see teams such as, I don't know who I would say exactly, but even Oregon, that's a lot of transfers there. But then teams such as these two don't have as many transfers and they're still in the playoffs. So it's really to each their own and it's to each system. But I also think NIL plays a factor into that. And that's one of the main game changers today.
And NIL, and you see that a lot in college sports, the impact. I think both of us, both being in college, both know this. We're going to take a look at the spot real quick. Let's see if Penn State got the line to gain. I don't think he got it. I think it will be 4th and inches.
It's hard to see from this angle because the elbow is covering the nose of the ball.
They gave it to him. They did give it to him. Questionable by the referees. It is a first down, and they're going to hand it off on first down. And it won't be really going for anything.
Good tackle.
We'll see the distance in a moment. It'll be 2nd and 10. Let us know in the comments. How do you think TNT is doing graphically? So doing the graphics and stuff so far. Quick pass out to the right. It's complete. Breaking a tackle. SMU has room to go. First down. Big catch and run there by Daniels Jr. First down, SMU.
SMU now has some momentum and just missed tackles. That was a theme last night for Indiana. One Big Ten team. Now we're seeing that be a theme for another Big Ten team. So they really have to work on that.
We're going to have whistles now. Not really sure. We have an injury.
Oh.
I don't know who that is. That might, I'm not sure, Ganz.
Is that SMU or I think that's Penn State from the helmet?
It's so hard to tell with both of these teams. Very similar colors.
But of course, we don't want to see anyone injured.
Indeed, especially in these big games. I think that's an SMU helmet, actually. It's so hard to tell.
It's hard. They both have the blue stripe on the top of the helmet.
We'll
but
stay
no
with
matter.
Yes. We'll see who it is in a second. But we'll stay with you again. And it was a Penn State player. It was the number 6 of Zachy Wheatley. And he'll come off. He's walking under his own power. He was the one who made the tackle on Daniels Jr. Full commitment on making the tackle.
I love to see it. Hey, it shows great heart from this young kid.
We'll see if he will return in a moment. Clock back to running again. 4:18 to go in the first half. Dropping the throw, Jennings. Screen pass left, and it gets blown up immediately. How about that tackle? Right there by Cam Miller is a loss of 6 on first down.
Penn State's number 6 goes off the field. Number 5 makes a tackle for a loss of 6. It's full circle.
Kevin Jennings, we'll look at his numbers right now. 5 of 7 for 44 yards in the interception. So he hasn't looked as uncomfortable as you thought we could have seen him look so far, but hasn't had the explosive numbers like he has during most of the season. He'll drop the throw this time. Jennings slings one over the left side, but incomplete. A little too far and too behind the receiver. And it'll be 3rd and very long, 3rd and 16 coming up for SMU.
I really think it could be the cold weather that's impacting the play, Robbie. Now, I was talking with my uncle before the game, and he even mentioned that he thinks the cold weather could be a big factor for SMU.
And it was right through the hands of Daniels Jr., who made that big play earlier. Play clock inside 10. Jennings getting the audible call, but trying to communicate it to his offensive line. Play clock inside 5. Jennings will have to call timeout.
And I do have some breaking news, Robbie.
Is a second charge timeout. We'll hear the breaking news in a moment. Second charge timeout, SMU. So they will have one remaining. So let's head over to Ganz. He got some news for us.
Breaking news within the baseball world. Paul Goldschmidt has come to a deal with the Yankees.
Yep. Very interesting.
So Pete Alonso back to the Mets, question mark? Who knows?
It's a very interesting deal. What are your thoughts on that?
So quick
give a little baseball insight, because we're talking football we'll see it on this channel for the next 12 hours. Let's give a little baseball insight for the other fans here today. What are your thoughts on that deal, Ganz?
I like it. So he's kind of old, but I mean, I don't hate it. I'm a Mets fan personally, so it kind of makes me happy. Ups the Mets' chances of getting Pete Alonso back. But I do think that's a good signing for the Yankees, good veteran leadership. And he is a good first baseman, but also it depends on how much they're paying him for how long.
Hopefully we'll find that out soon. Robbie, Basel, Ben Ganz, here for the first game of the day here on the college football playoff on Give 'em 5 Media. Of course, we have the 2 other games later today. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. We're not the only thing that can be seen on Give 'em 5 Media. Typically, there will be a variety of shows. You'll see me a lot in the latest videos on the channel due to the schedules of everyone else, but hopefully we will see the soon return of Across the River, my shows, Footy Fridays, and the Robbie Basel Show, along with a couple shows awaiting to make their debuts here on Give 'em 5 Media. Also, make sure to hit the subscribe button, trying to get 80 subscribers before the end of the holiday season. So we greatly appreciate it.
We could do 100.
If you guys have been so supportive over the first stream and a quarter so far. If you guys it'll be greatly appreciated if you hit the subscribe button. Very easy. Just click the button down below. We really appreciate it.
And Robbie, 1 year, $12.5 million deal for Goldschmidt. We do have the numbers on it.
$12 million.
0.5, 12.5, okay? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know either.
If I speak, I'm in trouble.
Can we get some comments in the what is the chat thing? Chat, hello. I haven't really acknowledged you guys today. It's my fault. What do we think on the new contract for Paul Goldschmidt? So here's what's gonna be weird, because you know what? We're gonna talk about that later. We are back in action. 3rd down and an eternity for SMU. They have 1 timeout remaining and a 3rd and very long. Jennings was struggling that last play to get the play call. It'll be 3rd and 2 long. Jennings drops the throw. Stepping up, rolling out right. Jennings is going to fire. It's intercepted. Completely underthrown. Making jukes. And Penn State's got room to run inside the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. It's another pick 6. Nittany Lion touchdown.
And that one, not going to mess this one up this time, is by Tony Rojas. Great play there. And just Kevin Jennings does not look comfortable at all in the pocket, Robbie.
How much this game has changed again. Touchdown on another pick 6. 1 for the money, 2 for the show for Penn State. As they will await the extra point now. Extra point is up and good. Well, Penn State's offense hasn't been able to click, but the one thing that's been able to click for them has been the defense. Jennings completely underthrowing this ball, and Rojas with the pick 6.
Some people saying should have been Bama. I don't know about that one. Shout out to Jack in the comments. We appreciate all the comments. It means a lot.
Indeed, it does. We'll stay with you again because what are we seeing from like? What do you think is the problem has been so far from SMU? Has it been the Penn State defense? Has it been miscues? Has it been a mixture of the two? What are we seeing so far, Gaines?
I would say a mixture. I would say Kevin Jennings has been throwing off his back foot a lot, and when he does throw it, he's not getting enough oomph on the ball. You've seen a lot of these throws have been very underthrown, and which is leading to the interceptions. I really just don't know what's happening because this isn't the same Kevin Jennings we've seen this whole season. This is not looking like the same SMU team we've seen the whole season, but it's also not looking like the same Penn State team. They're looking way better than they have. So very interesting to see how both teams have changed. One team for the better and one team for the worse. So, but what are your cues to work on for SMU right now?
The big things for me to work on for SMU is taking care of the football. There's so many plays where Jennings can take off and run or just throw it away. He's trying to force a little bit too much. And that's been the big thing that I've seen. I don't know if you've seen it so far. It's been both of the interceptions were two underthrows, two balls off the back foot, like you addressed, and two balls that were forced. The forced passes we saw that as an early problem for both Notre Dame and Indiana last night. And now we're seeing it a little bit again now with these two, with mainly SMU and Penn State. Their offense hasn't been clicking, but defensively, they forced the two turnovers and they've been able to capitalize. And that's the big thing I've seen so far.
They have. Good comment here. Given Indiana's performance yesterday, do you see similarities in the way SMU is playing? Seems like a ton of QB issues. Robbie, you want to take that one?
I don't know. I mean, the one thing I will say is that the difference between Indiana and SMU is that, one, I've loved the way the Penn State defenses look. We got to address this real quick. They've been able to they've really ran a QB spy off the edge, which I'm a big fan of. Every play that they forced a turnover on, there's the turnover on downs and the two interceptions were both forced done by QB spies off the edge. And that's worked really, really well. You didn't see that last night, and you really didn't need to do that last night if you're Notre Dame, but SMU really not able to capitalize. Can you repeat the question real quick from the comments?
Do you see similarities in the way between the two QB performances?
No, because SMU have done it to themselves. The difference is Indiana loves to run the football, and we saw that all night last night. The difference here is that SMU are trying to do a balance of the run and pass, but with their passing attack, I mean, I think Jennings has thrown 3 incompletions, and 2 of them have been interceptions. So when Jennings has time to throw, he looks great. But the difference is SMU is really hurting themselves off turnovers, and Indiana last night was just not producing anything offensively. SMU have been able to move the ball down the field, and we'll see it here on first down. Rolling right, Jennings. He's going to throw a quick pass out to the right, and it's going to be for about 10. It'll be a first down. But like we were saying, like, Indiana was not able to move the ball at all last night.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're seeing SMU who are able to move down the field but can't finish.
It seems for me. Sorry, Robbie, you finished.
It's like they get 2/3 down the field and do something right. But here's a big run up the middle. It's Smith breaking tackles. He'll get about 16 and a first down.
SMU doesn't seem to be playing their own game. That's the big thing for me. They're not playing loose. They're just trying to do stuff that they don't do usually. And I think they need to play their own game, relax, and play more high-tempoed. But we'll see what they can do.
They talk about the high tempo. They're going to go with it here. Jennings on the design run, trying to break out of multiple tackles, but he will be dragged for a loss. Right there to make the stop was the 91 of Devon Thomas. And a couple other guys were also in there to make the stop. It's a loss of about 3.
The high tempo continues, though. I like it.
Corrections, it was only a loss of 1. Handoff middle. It's Smith again, and he'll get about a couple yards back. It'll be third down and medium again, and this is where the worries start to come for both of these teams. They've both have not been great on third and medium so far today. But Penn State, if you're just joining us, have 2 pick sixes. And that is how they have their 14 points so far in this game. Jennings on third down is 1 of 2 in the passing attack with 5 yards and an interception on third downs today. Jennings drops the throw, rolling to his right, fires, it's incomplete, too low and behind the receiver. And that's been the struggle for the SMU quarterback, forced out of the pocket with multiple QB spies right in front of him.
Especially off the edge, like you said.
Off the edge. That'll be 4th down and 9. So SMU, multiple miscues. They're forced to punt it away again. Fair caught at about the 9. And that's where Penn State will get the ball next. It's been a struggle for Jennings. It hasn't been a struggle for the Penn State defense so far.
Very true.
Jennings, we talked about him only throwing 3 incompletions a moment ago. That number has changed a little bit, you could say. With 10:59 to go. Penn State now in possession. They'll have it on 1st and 10. Aller has a man in motion. It's Warren. Aller, handoff. Singleton, and he'll get a couple. Give him about 2 or 3. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, I don't expect much fast tempo from Penn State, as being up 14, they're going to be able to chew the clock. And if I'm not mistaken, who had Penn State at ball first?
I actually don't remember. Oh, yes, Penn State had the ball first.
So, yeah, trying not to let SMU get a touchdown and then get the ball right back would be good for Penn State.
Aller, play action, looking right, incomplete. Too hot. And out of the hands of Warren. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Coming up next, I'll give them 5. We have the college football playoff first round game in Texas as the Longhorns face off against Cade Klubnik and the Clemson Tigers. The Clemson Tigers, who just defeated SMU a couple of weeks ago in the ACC title game. We'll see them next here on Give 'em 5 with Ethan Bonner and Owen Heffron, both making their Give 'em 5 debuts today. 3rd and 8. Pass complete right towards the line to gain. The gain of about 7 and change. We'll see if they give it to him. Wallace was the one who made the catch.
It looks like they're going to mark him short right there, if I'm not mistaken. Big stop from SMU. They need to get some points on the board, though, before half.
Not sure if the offense is out on the field or not for this.
That would be insane. Being up 14 and going for it on 4th and 1 on your own.
Offense stay on the field. They're going to go for it. Aller up the middle. I don't know if he got it.
Penn State.
It's so close. SMU thinks it's short. The judge on the right side said he's short. I still don't know. No signal yet. Penn State says they got it. SMU say that they've gotten the stop.
Still waiting for the call.
No signal yet. He didn't get it.
Wow.
I don't think he got it.
James
no,
Franklin.
He didn't. Outrageous. Jefferson and Roberson were right there.
I'm sorry. Is this Dan Campbell coaching? Did they do a QB swap overnight? Because this does not look like the James Franklin's play calling.
Yeah, Aller did not. Oh, that's so close.
I don't think they can overturn it, though, Robbie. That's the one thing. And if SMU does not get a touchdown here,
SMU needing to capitalize. Jennings with a QB keeper inside the 15, and he'll be down at the 13-yard line. How big of a moment is this now for SMU?
Huge. Can basically silence the crowd. I know in NCAA you got the crowd meters, and right now the crowd meter is dwindling.
Handoff, middle, inside the 10. They'll be first and goal to go. The run there this time by Johnson Jr., and they want to go with pace. Johnson staying in the backfield. First and goal. Handoff. And it looked like everyone was stopping for a second. Not really sure what that was about. And it'll be a tackle for a loss. And it'll be second and goal.
I still can't believe he went for it on 4th and 1 in his own territory, at his own 20, give or take.
The run was from the 19 and a half, and they needed half a yard to go, and they didn't get it, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Now SMU, with about 8:25 to go in the first half, trying to capitalize. A lot of men in the backfield. Jennings, play action, slant, intercepted! It was blocked and picked off! SMU, another turnover! This time, the interception was by DeLuca again! It's a double for DeLuca as Penn State get their third forced turnover of this game. It was a slant, it was blocked, and intercepted by DeLuca.
He did it all. He blocked it and intercepted it there. Just so many self-inflicted wounds from the Mustangs. Should have had points there. Should have had points early on. And Penn State's defense is bailing them out. Wow.
We'll take a break. We need a little bit to rest our voices after that play. Don't go away. Stay with us on Give 'em 5 Media. Welcome back to the college football playoff on Give 'em 5 Media. Miscues after miscue after miscue, Ganz. That's been the big theme so far.
It has self-inflicted wounds, Robbie.
As on first down, it'll be an incomplete pass.
I thought that was another interception right there. I would have lost my mind if that was one.
be 2nd and 10. So Penn State in possession. Probably one of the weirdest first halves we've seen so far. No, the weirdest first half we've seen so far in the college football playoff.
Yeah, 100%. Easily.
Well, we've only seen one first half, and this first half is equally as crazy. Pass bounced and almost intercepted again.
Are they having a mid-off?
I don't know if we can say that just yet, but we'll take a look at this throw. It's literally the left tackle just got destroyed off the edge by the 5 of Elijah Roberts, the big physical defensive end. As apparently the clock is wrong, and I apologize for that. Thank you to my DMs for someone pointing that out. I didn't realize that. It's kind of hard to do this on a phone.
Yeah, it's hard to do the clock.
On the phone especially. 3rd and 10. Allard forced to step up in the pocket to take off and run. He's actually going to throw it. It's complete. Across. That's about a 20-yard gain, it looks like. It's tough to see where they are on the field because there's no midfield logo. But it is a first down, Penn State. And penalty.
I'm going to guess false start. They were trying to run hurry up, and it looks like it is false start.
It is false start on the offense. So the ball will be back actually at the Penn State 45. The penalty there was on the 53 of Nick Dawkins, the center.
And for those in fantasy football playoffs, Patrick Mahomes, 15-yard rushing TD. Maybe that helps your team. Maybe that doesn't.
If you're facing Mahomes, you might be screwed.
Just like SMU is feeling right now.
By the way, Drew Aller has not thrown an interception this season while under pressure. I don't know how that's possible.
You know who has? Kevin Jennings 3 times today.
Aller, incomplete. At a receiver over the middle. That was Omari Evans. But so far, Harrison Wallace has been the big name receiver for Drew Aller. Had multiple big receptions in this game so far. But the game stats, some of the stats led by SMU, but you got to remember they've had 2 more drives than Penn State have had.
That's true. It's giving me a lot of memories from last night. Indiana was controlling the time of possession, but not the scoreboard.
Pass complete to Warren. He trucks a man and is out of bounds. After a gain of about 10. So it'll be 3rd and 5.
Warren living every fullback's dream, to be honest.
Listed as a tight end, but can do it all. Aller, direct snap. He's going to take off and run. Drew Aller with a big-time run across the 35. First down, Penn State.
See, he's yelling at the ref there, but I don't know if it was directed into a direct run because you saw he had a bit of trouble with the snap. So
he actually did have trouble with the snap. Good point, but just took off and ran. A big first down as you see the sea of white in the background here in Happy Valley. Play clock inside 10, 6:10 to go in the first half. Ball to 33. Aller handoff. Allen cuts back and gets tripped up. Nice tackle there by Kobe Wilson. It'll be a gain of nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Great tackle there by the defensive captain. Trying to give the team some momentum, some strength to keep on fighting.
They actually gave him a yard. I don't know where the yard came from. Because he looked like he got nowhere, but he did get a yard.
Forward progress?
Maybe. I didn't think he got forward, but I guess he did. Ooh, a little trick play. Back to Aller. He's got to step up in the pocket, and he's going to throw a quick pass out to the left side to Clifford. Across the 30, short of the 25. A little flea flicker action, a little bit of Gans's favorite types of plays. It's a gain of I think they'll mark this for around 5. No, they gave it for 7. As a big run inside the 10 to 5. He's gone. Touchdown, Penn State. Katron Allen this time. As the Nittany Lions blow it open.
They are pouncing on their prey. Wow. Just 25-yard TD. He saw the open grass and he said, adios, I'm gone. That's only a 3-minute drive too, Robbie. But 9 plays, 75 yards. Bama fans are not going to be happy with the committee. They're going to be like, should have been Bama. And we even have someone in the comments, come on Bama, commenting, go Lions. So we see where they believe who should win.
Penn State continuing to pour it on. They lead 21-0. We'll take a look at this play one more time. Katron Allen, who's been used more than Nick Singleton in this game, is getting that hole on the left side. Good block set there by number 71. That's by the left guard, number 71, and the left tackle of Shelton. As Penn State pouring it on. Still a lot of time to go, but you gotta think this is a little bit of a worry time if you're a fan of SMU.
Yes, but no, as they get ball after half. That's the only thing here. Because if they score a TD here, go right into half, then score another TD, you're only down by 7. So there is some hope, but they have to get it going now. They can't be continued to wait around.
Kick is up and away as duck hook to the left. Now will be a touchback. Just as a fun note for the fans at home, that is the first offensive touchdown today at all.
That is true.
By anybody. Is it because if you have not been watching this game so far, let us fill you in. 2 pick sixes by Penn State's defense and the rushing touchdown moments ago by Katron Allen have set up as Penn State with a comfortable 21-0 lead with 5 minutes on the dot remaining in the first half. And coming up at the halftime report, first half stats, and a quick preview of some of the games tonight. All coming up in just a couple of minutes. Quick pass out to the right, across the 30, breaking tackles, and down at the 32 was Dixon. The gain of 7 on first down. That's something you need to see probably the rest of the way from SMU. So they're going to go with the pace. Handoff. No, it's a keeper to Jennings. He's going to get the first down. He's going to fumble the football. No whistle. And tackled at the 38. I don't know what that was about.
I think he was down.
I'm not sure what the whistles were, what the referees were waiting for there.
And I'm not sure if you haven't already, what you're waiting for. Make sure you guys like and subscribe.
Well, look at this again. Yeah, his knee is down.
Oh, he's easily down, yes.
So this will be a first down or not, as they're going to go to review on this. So the previous play is under review.
I don't know what I'll do.
I think this is going to get the ruling. The ruling on the field, a fumble.
That's insane. That's clearly his knee is down. This is very interesting. If they don't overturn this, I'll be flabbergasted.
Remember, the ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. First down, Penn State. I think both of us who know the rules for this can clearly tell that it should be
just a first down.
A first down for SMU. Would be very surprised. And here we go. We're going to get the rule right here from our referees. Let's hear it. He was down by contact. It is overturned. Correct call there by the referees. And it will be a first down for SMU.
Would have been surprised if they didn't change it.
I think everyone would have been surprised if they didn't change it.
Oh, 100%.
So 1st and 10, 4:20 to go, first half. Play action. Jennings rolling right. He's going to try and just force one out of bounds, I guess. He was almost intercepted again. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Jennings is really just, I don't know. He's not playing like himself. SMU is not put. SMU is a second half team. You saw them go down early against Clemson in the ACC chip, but then they made that one a close one. So I'm not fully counting them out yet.
Trips right. 2 receivers left. Dropping to throw Jennings. Juke by 1. Jennings trying to extend the play. He's going to lob one right and just out of bounds. And there'll be 3rd and 10 correction upcoming.
It seems like he even juked himself there. To be honest with you, I don't know what he was doing.
Got the jukebox ability as he juked one Penn State defender out of his shoes. They are 1 for 5 on 3rd down today, SMU. It'll be 3rd down and 10 with 4:09 remaining. Play clock inside 10. Jennings can take the snap and can drop the throw. Pressure off the edge. Jennings gets by 1. Fires over the middle. It's caught, but short of the line to gain. Pass complete there to Smith. And SMU looks like they're going to go to the line. They're going to go for this.
I would go for it too. You're down here. I don't blame him at all. You got to get something going. Got to have some momentum. So I like this play call, actually.
4th down. We'll see the distance in a second. I believe it is 4. 4th and 3, rather.
So yeah, I like it. I think they can convert there.
With 3.5 minutes to go. Jennings in the shotgun. Nearly an empty set. Bunch right, 2 receivers left. Jennings drops the throw. Jennings under massive duress, and he's going to go down. That's a sack.
Well,
and Penn State, for the 2nd time today, has stopped SMU on 4th down. Dennis Sutton with the sack.
Oh, and Jennings
Penn
is hurt.
State get the ball back, and you are right. Jennings is indeed hurt.
Oh, he's limping. Oh, my. This would be a huge loss for SMU, especially as they're already down 21, and they're just trying to climb back.
Dennis Sutton getting the sack. And Penn State's defense are putting on a clinic so far. And Penn State's offense now has the ball at the 38 of SMU. 1 man in motion. Aller drops the throw. Aller stepping up in the pocket. He's going to fire a pass out left side, complete Singleton. And he's going to be tackled shy of the 30 at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd and 3.
He had his wide receiver wide open over the middle, but he just didn't hit him. Yeah, that would have been a free TD. There was no one even near him.
Handoff. Big run, but tripped up is Singleton. That's a 1st down. The pressure that was going towards Jennings must have been way too much. That's been a theme so far. Penn State want to keep going. Pass right side complete. Shy of the line to gain. The pass was complete to Harrison Wallace.
Seems though SMU players are saying it's incomplete, but I don't know if they're going to review this one.
Let's take a look at it. Yeah, it did hit the ground.
Hey, good eye there by the SMU defenders. But Penn State maybe could have got it off if they hiked it fast enough, but they did not.
So we'll see how much time is remaining, because that would have ran us down to the 2-minute warning. But the referees are saying 2:12 is remaining. Oh, because there's a player down. And we're going to have another review. So the ruling on the field is a completed pass.
And it seems to be the defensive captain, Robbie, if I'm not mistaken, who's down.
It might be. We'll see which one it is. It might be Elijah Roberts. We'll take a look at this one again. Was Wallace able to corral it in? I'm not sure. It looks like one of the ends of the football does hit the grass.
Yeah, there's no way he got that one in, to be honest with you.
And there's your incompletion. Remember, the referee who made the call was behind the receivers.
So it's hard to
incomplete pass. So the ruling on the field is overturned again. So instead of 2nd and 2, it will be 2nd and 10. So we will have likely one play remaining before the 2-minute warning.
We'll see what Penn State can do here. But Penn State's in a perfect position right here. Up 21, could get more points before half, could make it a 4-possession game. Well, actually, if they don't get a field goal, it could technically still be, if they only get a field goal, it could be a 3-possession game still.
Yeah, limit the damage here if you were SMU. Aller, who has had a lot to do so far, is in the shotgun on 2nd and 10. Multiple men in motion. 2 line up in the backfield alongside him. Handoff Singleton, cutting up down the right-hand side, and he'll be tackled shy of the 20. And that will take us, indeed, to the 2-minute warning. An entertaining first half dominated by Penn State. We'll take a break. We'll be back for the final 2 minutes of the first half when we return on Give 'em 5 Media. Last 2 minutes of the first half here on Give 'em 5 Media's first game of the day of the college football playoff. Penn State in complete control. And they will have it on 3rd down and 7. We'll update the stats for you in a moment. But coming up, during halftime. We'll talk the first half. We'll talk about the other games later today, and we'll show you some first half stats. Dropping to throw Aller on 3rd and 7. He's going to roll to his right. Aller trying to extend the play, and he's going to get the first down and more. How did he stay in bounds? I don't know.
Wow.
But first down and goal to go as Penn State try to wrap this game up early.
They're really just trying to put the nail in the coffin and just put points up on the board. But still, I don't know if SMU's fully out of it. And did Aller step out? I don't think. Wow. It's great awareness by Aller not to step out there.
Trying to put the nail in the coffin. Drew Aller in the shotgun on 1st and goal. And we're going to get whistles. Not sure what this is about.
Maybe a review for the time or to see if he stepped out. Let's see.
They're going to review to see if he stayed in bounds.
I think he did, just barely, though.
A lot of reviews in this first half.
Indeed, especially for a blowout of a game, technically.
I mean, you remember last night about how that game refused to end, it felt like.
Oh, yes, I know, Robbie.
Yeah, well,
I'm feeling the effects right now.
You're feeling the effects. I was feeling the effects because I was behind the scenes last night. I'm trying to do that right now for you guys, trying to keep as updated as a graphic as possible. They're actually checking the spot. I don't know why, because it's pretty obvious.
I feel like these refs just want
Call was reversed. Call was reversed. Wait a minute. So where's the ball then? I don't know what is happening. Because Aller didn't go out of bounds. It's still 1st and goal. So I guess just putting him out at the 8-yard line or the 9. I don't know where he is.
These refs just want camera time. I'm convinced.
Ball's at the 9. First down and goal to go for Penn State. Aller shotgun. Handoff, Singleton. Right side. I don't know if he got it. No, he didn't. He'll be a yard shy of the end zone. Nick Singleton, gain of 8. How about that blocking there by Tyler Warren? Able to set those downfield blocks. He's shoving a dude out of bounds, it looks like.
Oh, and a bit of a face mask there by the SMU player after the play, but clearly it's not going to matter. I don't know if it's going to matter though. So
clock will roll inside of a minute 10. And it looks like we will get our first timeout by Penn State. So they will have 2 remaining.
If they're even going to need them, which I doubt.
So with 104, 106 to go. Well, Tyler Warren, you were talking about his versatility. You can see him at tight end. You've seen him take direct snaps. You've seen him downfield block. And he could also play a little bit of QB, doing a little wildcat action. And he'll run up down the field. He can move. He's physical, and he can do a lot of things right. And you talked about it, Ganz. You also can play center.
He can't. Imagine if the Lions draft him.
He's such a lot. How be a very.
What Dan Campbell would do with him.
I'm terrified to even want to know what Dan Campbell would do with him. It's like that nerve-wracking.
All I'm saying is I would draft him 1st-round fantasy.
2nd and goal. Handoff up the middle. He's in. Touchdown. Penn State. Nick Singleton. A little bit of a Christmas present for Penn State's number 10 as they go up 4 scores.
They do, and SMU off their game. But Penn State is playing amazing, offensively and defensively. And they're just trying to end this game, get home and watch the other games, to be honest.
In complete control. That has been the theme for Penn State. They lead 27, now 28-0. You weren't hoping for a blowout as a commentator of this game or a viewer? Well, guess what, folks? Penn State. How about their first half?
Amazing.
2 offensive and 2 defensive touchdowns. And they've been in complete control so far.
Yeah, this is definitely not what I wanted.
Ganz coming on as a late addition to the broadcast team, and he gets to witness another blowout here on the college football playoff first round.
But hey, maybe they come back.
Maybe they do come back. It's still a lot of time left. All we know is that this game is taking a very long time to move forward.
True. And Kevin Jennings looks like he's going to come back out onto the field.
Let's take a look at Kevin Jennings' numbers. For the first 13 games of the season, he only had 8 interceptions. Today, he has 3.
Wow. That is crazy. And I really think it may be the weather, Robbie.
Kickoff is away. And it'll be through the end zone for a touchback.
SMU has to score here. Field goal, touchdown, whatever it is, they have to get some points up here and try and just kill the momentum of Penn State going into halftime. Especially if they get the ball back.
They have 1 timeout and about a minute to go. We'll see what they can do on first down.
21 points off turnovers for Penn State.
Jennings handoff, and it'll be for about 4 with Smith. Clock continues to run.
Interesting.
As they're trying to just get to the end of the first half at this rate.
I would take some deep shots, though.
Inside 45 seconds. Jennings drops the throw. Jennings fires right. It's complete. That's a first down.
There you go.
Clock will stop with 35 seconds to go. And the clock will run once more. Jennings drops the throw. Jennings forced to step up. Rolling around, and down he goes.
That's the one thing.
The pressure off the edge by Dennis Sutton. And SMU will call timeout.
At this point, they may as well just take it to half, because that's the one thing you could not have happen, giving Penn State more momentum with that sack. He thought about throwing it away, but then he just stopped. I don't know why he didn't just throw it away. It seems like he's psyching himself out, to be honest with you, Robbie.
It does look like that, indeed. It's a loss of 11 on first down. But the pressure up the middle from guys like Thomas, Durant, and Dennis Sutton. Abdul Carter, we haven't heard of a lot of today, has still been able to cause that pressure and give a lot of issues towards Kevin Jennings.
It's been the whole defensive line as a whole, especially with the edge QB spy. That's really been working well.
Jennings forced to roll out, incomplete. So 23 seconds to go.
Great pressure to getting to Jennings there. And he's still limping a little bit. So struggles all around. And there's Abdul Carter right there blowing by the blocker.
Getting right by that left tackle. 3rd and 21 with 23 seconds to go. Penn State, they lead by 28. Play action, Jennings. Tries to go for a deep shot. Back foot throw. Not even close.
At least this one wasn't intercepted, I guess.
The pressure up the middle. Too much for him.
And he's clearly in some pain, Jennings. And Penn State players are taunting, saying they're eating them up. Wow. SMU needs to get into halftime. I mean, at least there's only 17 seconds left for them.
So they will go with the punt. And it does get away. Probably the best punt we've seen of the playoffs so far.
Indeed.
To be returned from inside the 30 and down at around the 40. Maybe the 43. Let's take a look at the college inside the college football playoff. Most wins in the FBS in the last 2 years. SMU is 4th. They're tied with Michigan.
Michigan.
So Michigan does get represented. Of course, Ben Ganz being the big Michigan fan.
Not seeing any
channel.
Ohio State on there.
Fair shout. Texas, Oregon, and Georgia, the only teams ahead. I'm surprised Penn State are actually running a play.
I'm not, with how James Franklin has been play calling today. They went for 4th and 1 on their own 19.
This could be one of the last plays of the half. Aller, quick pass to Allen, and that will take us to the end of the first half. Penn State domination has been the theme of the opening half. Penn State leading by 4 scores, the biggest lead so far in the college football playoff this year. When we return, first half stats and analysis, all coming up. Stay with us here on Give 'em 5 Media.
Simon says, upgrade.
Welcome back to Give 'em 5 Media's first round action of the college football playoff. Let's take a look at our first half stats. SMU trailing Penn State 28 to nothing. Ganz, what's been the biggest standing point for you so far? You look at the You're looking at the stat leaders right now. Jennings, 9 for 19 for 77 yards and 3 interceptions, compared to Drew Allers, 12 for 21 for only 121 yards. The leading rushers for the game, only 40 yards for Smith for SMU, more than Nick Singleton, 7 for 39. But the Singleton rather, has the touchdown along with another rushing touchdown for another Penn State player. And of course, the 3 forced interceptions, including 2 pick sixes, the big theme so far for Penn State. And you got to think that they want to keep it rolling in the second half. Robbie, Basel, Ben Ganz with you here for halftime. It's been one of those moments. I just realized Ganz was muted the whole time. Sorry, mate.
No, it wasn't.
On here you were, so it's unfortunate. Yeah, talk about the interceptions, because that was a theme. I'm still trying to nail down all this stuff, by the way. So
Interceptions.
Talk about that a little bit more.
Well, they came off when he's on his back foot, and there's getting good pressure to the QB. So that's definitely something they're going to try and keep up in the second half, especially with SMU getting the ball first. They don't want SMU to get any momentum. So they're going to bring some blitzes, have the nice coverage off the edge, and really just try and force more self-inflicted wounds on SMU.
Let's talk about these stats once more. We'll bring them up again so you guys can hear what Ganz has to say. You saw Jennings struggles, 9 for 19, of course, but Drew Aller is only 12 for 21, so he's not doing bad for 121 yards. Do you think we'll see more or less of him in the second half, passing wise?
I really couldn't tell you because of how James Franklin is having today's game go. If this was a normal Penn State game, I'd say more running. But he is throwing the ball. He's going for it on 4th and 1. So I really don't know what's going on in his head.
There's so much to watch out for. And Penn State have been in complete control. And we're hoping not to see that in the 2 other games tonight. As we look at the full schedule of games today, we, of course, have our game live in action. You have Texas and Clemson coming up in just 2 hours. And then you have Ohio State, Tennessee. You'll see me back on that game tonight with my good friend Chase Creedy. Let's talk about those 2 games, because Texas, they have Quinn Ewers. They struggled in the back end of that game against Georgia. Clemson just coming off the ACC title win. On the flip side, Ohio State lost to Michigan, kicked themselves out of the Big Ten title picture, taking on a Tennessee team that also was not in the SEC title game picture as much as you would have thought.
For the Texas-Clemson game, it's really going to come down to the quarterback play and how Quinn Ewers plays. Maybe we'll see some arch, maybe not. I'm going to give the edge to Texas. And Ohio State, Tennessee, I think Tennessee wins because the 2 games Ohio State have lost this year, they've had less rushing yards than their opponent. And Dylan Sampson is one of the best running backs in the nation for Tennessee. Now, I want to see what happens if Tennessee plants their flag if they win.
The joke that you love saying, don't you?
No, I'm being serious, though, because of how they responded against Michigan. How would they respond if Tennessee does it? That's what I want to see.
Interesting question. The one thing I love to bring up about these games is that weird stat that we found so far. In first halves of this year's college football playoff teams, the road team has scored 3 points. So it could bring a little bit of a worry to Clemson and Tennessee later. No?
Yes and no, because for the two past games, well, the Indiana game, that game was a bit iffy, but these two teams haven't really played on these big stages before with Indiana and SMU. And Clemson is accustomed to this. And then Tennessee plays in the SEC, which really helps. So I think that will give them the benefit. I think if anyone's most accustomed out of all the teams, it'd be Clemson, to be honest. Even though they're the lowest ranked, I think they're the most accustomed to these big moments.
It'll be an interesting discussion to have for sure. We'll hear that commentary with Ethan Bonner and Owen Heffron later this afternoon. We'll take another break. When we return, second half action here on Give 'em 5 Media. This has been the Give 'em 5 Media Halftime Report. Welcome back to the college football playoff on Give 'em 5 Media. Start of the third quarter in just a few moments. Penn State in complete control, and that's probably what we'll be seeing throughout the duration of our second half here. Robbie Basel, Ben Ganz, you're hoping for something different, but based on the way this game has gone, you don't think it'll be anything out of the ordinary from what we saw in the first 30 minutes.
Against Clemson, but the odds are in the favor of Penn State 100% right now, easily.
You saw the dominance defensively, and we'll probably see more of that as the day goes on. I mean, I addressed it earlier. The QB spy is off the edge. How successful do you think that's been so far?
I think it's been one of the most successful things for Penn State's defense because it's really made Kevin Jennings throw all the interceptions that he has thrown. So I think that's the winning factor for the game right now.
Well, we also got to give a quick shout out, and we know the view count may have gone down during halftime as we get ready for our second half and more commentary to come as we'll get ready for the second half. You see the sea of white, and that is the sea we have been seeing throughout the day, and there is Happy Valley, as it's called, out in Pennsylvania. But some say that looks like the middle of nowhere, but it does look gorgeous. We'll tell you that with the mountains in the background. And inside this stadium today, it has looked like the dominance we've seen in most games from Penn State all season. We know they've struggled here and there, but they've been just able to find their way. Do you think that's a fair way to put it?
Yeah, they definitely haven't played the best, but they've played better than SMU, to say.
That's the one thing you need to do in these types of games. Just play better than your opponent. As we are about to get going in the third quarter, Penn State will kick it away as we get ready to go once more. And the kick is away. We're underway in the second half. As this one will be returned from inside the 10. Cut back up by Smith at the 20. Cut back 25-30. Outside 35-40. And just shy of midfield, he gets tackled out of bounds. But that's the start you needed to the second half if you were SMU. And they'll have it on 1st and 10.
I was thinking, Notre Dame last night ran the little trick play off the kick return.
But you were thinking we were going to see something like that now, aren't you?
Yeah, I was, because you need something, and for SMU's hopes, they need a score here, especially with the ball positioning being at basically midfield.
One of the big themes for them will be control the controllables. They haven't been able to do that so far if you're SMU. Ball at the 48-yard line of the Mustangs. First down. Jennings trying to evade the defender and just has to throw it away again. That spy off the edge has caused so many problems.
It has. And just they haven't been able to beat it. I don't know. Because it seems like they're having a tight end block it, but then the tight end gets released late, which lets the spy be on the QB directly. And for James Franklin and the Nittany Lions, they just have to keep up the pressure and minimize SMU's possessions.
On second down, toss right side, and you'll be tackled for a loss. Johnson was the one on the carry, but he gets tackled there by Rojas, who is putting on an absolute show in the first half, and now is off to a good start in the second half.
He had green grass, but he did a little stutter step and just couldn't get around and didn't have the speed, and Rojas cut him off perfectly.
Jennings is able to fire a pass over the middle complete for a first down, but unfortunately, this will likely be called back. I believe there was a hold in the backfield, and this will be coming back.
Inflicted wounds, really hurting SMU.
Oh, no, correction, it's against the defense.
Oh.
They're just as confused as we are. So the penalty will be declined. We'll take a look at this one. Oh, it's illegal use of hands to the face.
That's a great call by the ref. But it seems like it was both sides had hands to the face, to be honest.
Right.
And he is livid.
In a game that's been controlled by Penn State. First sign of an uncomfortable feeling for them now as they'll be 1st and 10 at the 20 of the Nittany Lions. Second trip to the red zone today. Handoff, Smith to the edge, inside the 15 and shoved out shy of the 10.
To be honest with you, Robbie, it looks like they're potentially doing a little reverse.
It did look like you could see the signs of a reverse. But no, it just was not there. Handoff to the edge. Smith, spin move, tries to get a second one off, but no. And is trying to drag his way towards the end zone, but will be whistled shy of the goal line. And how about this start to the second half for the Mustangs? It might be a little bit too late already, but they're off to a flying start here in the second half.
Great start here for SMU, and potentially, I'm crazy for this, but could have lateraled it back to the player behind him for a touchdown.
You can't be doing that stuff in that type of situation. Handoff up the middle. Won't really be going anywhere. And how about the start of the second half for Brashard Smith, who is usually one of the key difference makers on the ground, and has really had so far a pretty solid start to the second half.
100%. You have to assume here this is 4-down territory, has to be, and just SMU try to do whatever they can to keep Abdul Carter on the floor, but no flags thrown. Wow.
That was Savion Bird who is laying out Abdul Carter. Trips right, one receiver left. They're switching plays at the line. Play clock inside 5. Jennings has to snap the ball. Down to 3, down to 2, and we're going to get a penalty against Jennings. It'll be false start against the quarterback.
Are we sure? Because
I think so.
I feel like I saw offsides on the defense. I think they may have jumped.
It looked like Jennings moved first.
TNT's
Let's see.
Digital issues. So
it is a false start on the offense. Not sure if it was against Jennings or not. It may have been the left tackle who was shoving Abdul Carter just minutes ago.
Self-inflicted wounds, just biting SMU here. Really, they have to score a touchdown here.
Still a decent amount of time, but this has to be a touchdown if you're SMU. Dropping to throw Jennings. Pressure coming off the edge. He does get it away. Pass complete. Inside the 10 again, but down at the 7, maybe the 6. The pressure off the blind side was really able to get to Jennings. This time it was Tony Rojas again. You would have thought it was Abdul Carter, but no, it was Tony Rojas who completely levels Jennings. So the ball's actually at the 6. It will be 3rd and goal from the 6.
Maybe
Trips left, one receiver right, one man in the backfield. Jennings, and another penalty. It's another false start. They did not get the snap off. It is a false start against the center, Ja'Kai Clark, and it'll be 3rd and goal from much farther.
Just so many self-inflicted wounds here. Started off so good with that kick return. Then you got the nice first down. And then you just take 2 false starts and you're just pushing yourself backwards. And now it's 3rd down. So they really have to tighten up their game and fix the issues quickly if they want to come back.
Only the 3rd penalty against SMU today. All of them have been on this drive.
And all 3 of them have been costly.
3rd and goal. Penn State trying to make their stand early in the second half, leading by 28. SMU trying to find a response. Jennings drops the throw. Blitz coming. Jennings evades one. Tries to get past another. Another spin move. Fires once toward the end zone. Incomplete. It was almost intercepted at the goal line. Trying to make the play there was the number 3, Kimber. So now it's 4th and goal. And now what do you do?
I think I just take the field goal here, personally. You need points. Especially, it's a 4th and what? It's like 8, 10?
11.
Goal, obviously. Yeah.
11.
Pretty good distance. So I would just take the field goal and just trust my defense to get a turnover or a quick stop.
They will go for the field goal. 28-yard attempt by Rodgers is good. So they do get on the board. Finally.
No shutout. That's good.
With 10:59 to go, it is now the Penn State Nittany Lions 28, SMU 3. We'll return with more action on Give 'em 5 when we return. Welcome back to college football playoff action here on Give 'em 5 Media. Robbie, Basel, Ben Ganz with you today. And it has been a one-sided affair for the most part. But as we return to action, we still got a decent amount of time left. We'll try to fix the game clock. For those that are complaining about how we can't show the game, we would get taken off of YouTube. So we would be finished.
And an upset in East Rutherford, New Jersey, as the Princeton Tigers.
Oh, onside kick. I don't know what's going on. All I know is that Penn State recovered it. I don't know what the hell that was. But it's first down. Penn State anyway.
Well, Princeton beat Rutgers in basketball. That's what I was going to say. But onside kick is very interesting.
It went right through the hands of one Penn State player. We saw an onside kick work yesterday.
And this one should have worked, to be honest. They had it. The Penn State guy tipped it, but just SMU players did not know where it was.
1st and 10. I don't know where this one part of the graphic is. I'm not used to this. Handoff. Up the middle. Exploding is Singleton. Getting into the second level. And that's a first down. Nick Singleton continuing to force problems. Give him about 17.
And they're making SMU pay.
They're going to go quickly. Aller is going to get sacked. Multiple men in there to make the stop. Elijah Roberts, who got hurt earlier, and the clock will stop due to a player losing a helmet.
That's a big play, though.
It is a loss of 9.
The onside kick still has me confused, to be honest with you.
You
I thought
and
that was
me
the best.
both, brother. You and me both. But they're kind of play aggressive. They're trying to keep themselves in this game. But you
That
talk
was the
about the
call.
self-inflicted wounds. Nats could be another one.
100%. As long as, unless they can get Penn State to punt it here. So that'll be a big decider.
They're about 5 yards out of field goal range. Penn State now by the way, has over 100 rushing yards on this game. Dropping to throw. Aller, he's sacked again.
Wow.
Another sack. It's Harvey off the edge. But there's a flag.
Oh, this will be.
I think this is a hold. I am not sure because this can't be roughing the passer. Never mind.
Wow, that's a horrible call there.
I don't know what they're calling, but it's on somebody else, not the guy who made the sack. It was a play afterwards. Let's take a look at it, Ganz. I'm not sure about this one.
Oh, never mind. Yep, that's fair. Okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I didn't see that play off the ball. Correct call.
For those who are not watching, he shoved the Penn State offensive lineman after the play.
Another guy did. It wasn't the same guy who got the sack. It was somebody. The self-inflicted wounds continue as now Penn State are in field goal range comfortably. And they'll have it on 1st and 10. Tyler Warren's going to throw a pass, but it's incomplete, I guess.
Interesting play.
What is happening? I don't know what's going on anymore. This is like, what is going on? They just for reference on what has happened, we had an onside kick a couple minutes ago, and then a screen pass thrown by Tyler Warren. I thought they had 12 on the field, but I guess not.
I think that's what the SMU coach was saying there.
Handoff, Singleton tries to break past one tackler and can't, and will get nothing on that play.
This game is chaotic.
And we're still in like early middle of the third quarter. We still have a full quarter to go.
And rest in peace to Ricky Henderson. We just passed away at 65 years old. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family at this time.
Ricky Henderson, one of the best base runners of all time in Major League Baseball. Drew Aller drops the throw on 3rd and 9. Slip screen complete to Warren. And he'll get about half the distance back. As there's a little bit of extracurriculars after the play. It'll be 4th and 4-ish. Warren with a little pass and release, block and release. Able to get about 6 on the play.
And I'm expecting the field goal. Okay. I was unsure if James Franklin was going to pull another crazy one on us, but.
Kicker is out. Ryan Barker, 12 of 15. Kick is up, and it is barely good.
Gosh.
So Penn State now leads by 4 touchdowns again. It is the Penn State Nittany Lions 31. The SMU Mustangs 3.
Horrible kick there, though.
I don't know what's going on. But what we can tell you is that we're going to go to a break once more. When we return, more action on Give 'em 5 Media. We are back on Give 'em 5 Media. It is 31-3. Penn State continuing to be in control with about 8:14 to go. As we will have the kickoff and ensuing kickoff now. And SMU, listen, it's not been their day so far, but first time they've ever been in the college football playoff. The second AAC team all time to make the college football playoff. Only behind the former AAC team to make the college football playoff. Now in the ACC, of course.
Yes.
They were formerly of the AAC, just like Cincinnati was a couple of years ago when Cincinnati won the American and made the playoff despite having one ranked win on the season.
But speaking of SMU, how many ranked wins does SMU have this season?
I thought it was one. I don't know.
It's 2.
2? Fair enough. It's more than some of the teams that are in this playoff, by the way.
True. Ohio State only has 1.
There's a couple others that only have 1. We are back underway again. And this kick will be returnable from the 5. Cutting outside Smith across the 25 and 30. And will be out of bounds at the 30. And of course, as for the theme of this game, more extracurriculars immediately afterwards. And it'll be 1st and 10 for SMU. Shout out to the viewers who have viewed this stream. We appreciate all of you guys. Make sure to keep writing in the comments. We will be responding to comments at the next media timeout if there is anything new. So yeah, make sure you keep writing it up in the comments. It is greatly appreciated. 1st down and 10. Play action. Rolling to the right. Slip screen across the 35 and 40. And a 1st down for SMU.
For those asking, why can't anyone watch the game? It's because if you show it, then it's copyright. So then your product will get taken down. But you guys should listen to our call instead of the watching. It's better.
The TNT broadcast has not been as crisp as you would have hoped. It's actually not a 1st down. I'm shocked by that terrible spot. 2nd and 1. It is a ball out wide and a loss of yards on the play. Loss of about 3 from the looks of it. Nothing going the way of SMU now as we 3rd and a short 4 yards.
Yeah, that was very interesting spotting. And SMU, they're 7-11-1 in bowl games, and they've not won since 2012, which was the Hawaii Bowl. And the Hawaii Bowl is a big difference in the college football playoffs.
3rd down, handoff, Smith spinning around and won't get it.
I'm expecting them to go for it here, to be honest with you, Robbie.
And they kind of have to now.
100%. And make sure you guys have subscribed if you haven't already. Leave a like. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Give them 5 Media.
4th and 2. They are staying on the field. 6:40 to go in the 3rd. They are 0 for 2 on 4th downs today. Handoff up the middle, and he got it. 1st down for Brashard Smith.
Make that 1 for 3, Robbie.
That is also the first 4th down play they've had that was a run. That's for reference as well. They've ran the other 2 as pass plays. 1st and 10. Play action. Deep shot. Right side. Man down the field. Incomplete. There is a penalty. And it looks like we might get illegal contact on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's it there. Hey, I like the deep shot. You have to take the deep shots, especially when you're down by 28. So
it is going to be a 1st down. It is, I believe they did call illegal contact. So it'll be 1st down, only a 5-yard penalty. From the looks of it. Oh no. It was pass interference on the defense.
Oh.
It was a 15-yard penalty. Interesting call there by the referees.
The graphics said holding, so.
The graphics said holding because the yards was wrong. than if it was a hold.
Mm.
We'll let you guys know what the penalty was in a moment. First down, handoff, Smith. Actually, that was Johnson. And he will get, let's call it 4.
And yes, it was a holding penalty on Penn State.
So the stat must be wrong because the penalty yards makes no sense. Handoff, Johnson, breaking tackles, Johnson into the second level, and that will be a first down. So SMU continuing to move the ball now. And it'll be a 1st and 10.
Looking like some miscommunication, though, Robbie, though, because Jennings was holding onto the ball for a bit, but then Johnson was also trying to take the ball. So I don't know if they were on the same page, but it worked out in the end.
Jennings drops the throw on first down. Rolling to his right. Jennings trying to direct traffic. Jennings on the run. Got a man. First down. Probably his best throw today. It's to Hudson. It'll be first down.
Now, this is the SMU we were expecting to see. They look way more confident, way more relaxed, and they're just having fun out there, but they have to score. If they can't put points on the board, then they may not be able to come back.
Game on the line for SMU, kind of. They're down 28 and are trying to punch one into the end zone. They've struggled on that today. Jennings drops the throw. Jennings rolling left. Jennings pump fake, spin move. Jennings fires complete. Inside the 10, inside the 5, spin move, but short of the line to gain. Or the end zone, rather. How about that second effort for SMU? That'll be 1st and goal.
That was so filthy. He hit one spin move at the second, hit the running back. The running back hit a spin move of his own.
How about that play? That was Smith, and we're going to get another self-inflicted wound.
And you can see Jennings is just mad about that one.
False start on the offense again. Every penalty for SMU, by the way, has been on the Penn State side of the field, just as a reference.
And they've hurt every single time.
So with about 4:20 to go, it'll be 1st and goal. Play action, rolling right, Jennings, hesitation, spin moves again. Jennings fires behind everyone and incomplete.
Though they still have the edge QB spy, but he's done a great job avoiding it and making them miss the almost sacks, but just not able to convert. And time is still ticking with 4 minutes left to go in the third.
Clock actually stopped due to the incomplete pass. So before 4:05 remaining in the third, Kevin Jennings this drive has had his best drive of the day, 4 or 5 for 42 yards. As they will have it on 2nd and goal from inside the 10. The ball is at the 7. Jennings rolling right. Pressure coming. Jennings fires out of bounds. He wouldn't have gotten a touchdown anyway. But this is what you don't want to have happen. It's 3rd and goal. Look at this play again, Ganz. It's a little comebacker. No, he didn't. And he wasn't in the end zone either. 2 for 10 on 3rd downs for SMU.
Not matching up with their season's stats.
He said in the open, 3rd downs are going to be a struggle. SMU trying to get the first touchdown scored not in the 4th quarter by a road team in the playoff this year. Jennings trying to get away, and down he goes after a big loss.
From who else?
Abdul Carter. That's a loss of 17 yards. 4th down.
Also looked like a holding there from the offensive lineman Bird, but it didn't matter in the end. And Jennings just lost.
Too easy. Carter making his stand. Field goal is up and is good. So SMU.
Robbie, I believe they missed it.
Oh, did he miss it?
I believe it seems like they were waving that he missed it.
Oh, he did miss it. It looked like it was good, but it was short.
That camera angle was not helpful, to be honest.
it looked like from the camera angle, he made it. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. But from the looks of the camera angle that we had, it looked like it was good. But the referees have waved it off. It is no good. Unbelievable.
Momentum is a key in this game, and they have none of it on SMU.
SMU, with 3:19 to go, have had multiple trips to the red zone. They've had multiple drives inside the 5 and have 3 points.
Just not able to convert. It's the story of the day for SMU, and it's a big reason of why the score is what it is right now, to say the least.
We'll stay with you for this break because we're already halfway through it. But you guys can write it up in the comments. Also, shout out to Arsenal. They won 5-1. Had to give my boys a shout out. The only team that actually wants to win for me right now. Yeah, Robbie, Basel, Ben, Ganz. Ganz calling his second game in consecutive nights. I still got a game to call tonight, so maybe I'll rest my voice a little bit, but still trying to bring the energy for all of you viewers here today. It's greatly appreciated for all of you that have tuned into the stream so far.
Just don't pull a Gus Johnson, Robbie. Okay? When
What do you
Jack
mean?
Sawyer got that interception.
Oh.
Jack Sawyer with the Don't pull one of those, please, if he gets an interception tonight. That's all I'm asking.
I'm not going to.
Good.
All right.
Don't make me think like you're spazzing out on me.
All right, let's take a look at some game stats. Let's be useful. Let's look at some game stats. Team numbers. SMU has 206 total yards. They have almost more total yards than Penn State does. Granted, SMU have had 2 more drives than Penn State has had today. Remember, because of the 2 pick sixes.
Indeed.
Penn State just under 100 total rushing yards. And passing-wise, SMU has more passing yards.
And SMU has a higher time of possession. 23 minutes compared to 18.
But remember, they've had the 2 interceptions.
Yes,
that's why they've had that.
But with football, the 2 most important things are points and time. And although SMU is winning the time battle, they're not winning the point battle.
Indeed, that is a very good point. Well, we are back with whatever's happening at this point.
I'm sorry, how are these fans not freezing? I said it last night. I'm saying it tonight again. How? How do you have your shirt off in this weather and you're not freezing?
It's a great question.
Dylan said it's just a mindset last night, and I guess it is.
You really can't say that. 3:19 to go in the third. First down and 10, Penn State. Is a jet sweep across the 30, tripped up just shy of the 35. That time, it was with Singleton, who was lined up as a receiver. Give him 7.
And the clock's going to keep on going down, and SMU's hopes and dreams are going by the minute. Like we just said, Robbie, SMU has more plays, higher time, but Penn State has more yards and more points.
So apparently the spot, I was way off on that spot. It's actually 2nd and 1. They gave him 9 on the play. So 2:40 to go. Aller, handoff. This time to Allen, trying to do a stiff arm, but he will get the first down.
They sent the corner blitz, didn't work, almost had Allen down, but he kept going and couldn't stop him. Cade Klubnik and the Clemson Tigers coming up after this with Ethan Bonner and Owen Heffron on the call. 33 passing TDs for Klubnik, and then passing TDs in 24 straight games for Quinn Ewers, which is the longest active streak in college football.
How about that? Quinn Ewers, who we were questioning at the end of the SEC title game, now really having a chance to prove himself in a big game against Clemson. You'll see that in about an hour and 25 minutes. Handoff to Allen, and he will get moving his legs. How about this help from the offensive line of Penn State? We'll get about 6.
Good game.
Not a bad gain on first down. It's been a big thing that's really helped Penn State today is those gains on first and second down.
But that's Big Ten football, Robbie. You saw Michigan use that last year, which was one of the main reasons they were successful. So having those big offensive lines that can help you with those runs and keep you going.
Indeed, you are right, my friend. 2nd and 4 with a minute to go in the third. Handoff. Allen cuts back. He's got a lot of green grass. Give him about 20. That's another Penn State first down.
And he absolutely trucked that defender on SMU. Wow, SMU cannot get anything right now. Look at that truck. Just putting his shoulder down and said, move. He brought the boom.
How about the day from Katron Allen, who has done a lot of big things in the ground game along with Nick Singleton. 8 for 55 and a touchdown, 6.9 average yards per touch for Allen so far. Final play of the third quarter, most likely, Singleton gets the toss across the 35 of SMU. And that will take us to the end of the third quarter.
And Allen, Robbie, doesn't get as much credit, I would say, as Singleton.
That is a good statement. End of the third quarter on Give 'em 5 Media's opening game of Saturday of the college football playoff first round. The fourth quarter is next as Penn State tries to wrap it up when we return. Back to hold on. Live Media, Robbie Basel, Ben Ganz with you this afternoon on what is set to be the interesting fourth quarter. As on second down, we are back underway. Did not realize that we went back underway already. And it will be third down Ganz, what are your thoughts on this?
Sorry, there were some extracurriculars happening after the play, and the SMU player is down. But and yeah, here we go. It looks like Katron Allen is getting into it, but injured player. But my thoughts is that hopefully, if SMU wants to try to come back, they don't wait till the last minute of the game like Indiana did.
And we'll stay with you after whatever that was. We were having some technical issues, but so far it has been a one-sided affair. The stat we have so far in the first 3 quarters, the visiting teams in the college football playoff have scored 6 points, 0 touchdowns. I believe is the stat we have.
And those 2 offenses, by the way, are some of the best in the nation, as respectively they average. Indiana averages the second most points per game in the nation with 41.3. Then SMU averages 38.5. So clearly they are out of their rhythm with only 6 points between the two.
It's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Like, pick it up, guys. Come on.
Just reaching out to the other producer for the game following us.
If you're in fantasy football, Chiefs up 17-7. Mahomes, a rushing TD. Kareem Hunt, a rushing TD. And then Dalton Schultz has a receiving touchdown.
The Texans defense kind of selling me, but I'm already out of the playoffs. Ganz isn't out of the playoffs, actually.
Yes.
He is losing to Nico Collins currently.
My glorious Michigan King, Nico Collins.
Coming up later, we also will have our Across the River player of the game.
True.
All of the action, all of the drama from our games so far.
And an upset in college basketball as number 21 Memphis falls to Mississippi State 79-66.
Thank you for the update, Ganz.
Of course. And Florida defeated University of North Florida 99-45.
I know we answered this question already, but for those who are wondering why we can't watch the game, I just saw the comment now. We can't actually put the game up on YouTube, or we would get taken down. And that's a channel we do not want to get taken down. So Cobra and Dylan, we saw your questions. Fair questions, actually.
Indeed.
Very understandable questions. Unfortunately, due to copyright laws, we cannot do that. So rules are the rules. First down, Singleton. He's got room to go. Breaking tackles is Singleton inside the 10. They'll be first and goal.
Wow. The lopsidedness just of how each team has been playing. And again, Tyler Warren with a great leading block, which opens up that hole for Singleton.
Warren again setting the tone on the edge. As Penn State look to wrap this up in convincing fashion. As we're inside the final 14 minutes of this game this afternoon. Aller, a handoff. Allen, middle. And he will get stopped eventually at the 3-yard line.
Good run there.
It'll be second and goal from the 3. And Penn State have set the tone from the get-go. SMU got the opening stop, but after that brief moment for SMU, it's been all Penn State.
Had the pick 6, 2 of them actually, and that changed the game.
Indeed, it did. Second and goal, 13 minutes to go in this contest. And Penn State will call a timeout.
Seems like they're just trying to let the clock run and then call a timeout and then regroup as a team.
So we will stay with you during this timeout. first charge of the second half to anyone. It was called by the Nittany Lions. So they will have 2 remaining. And they'll have the ball at the SMU 3. Let's look at Tyler Warren. Career receptions, 141. He's over 1,700 career receiving yards. He has done a lot of incredible things and has been a key impact, mainly in the blocking game for Penn State today.
He has. And also, he was an incompletion today. Would have been cool to see that become a completion. But
it was a terrible pass. We got to admit that.
It was. But what do you expect out of a tight end?
Complete formation change. It's the eye. Handoff. Up the middle. That's a touchdown for Penn State. This time it is Allen again, his second on the day. And Penn State pour it on. Katron Allen from 4 yards out puts Penn State up 34.
98 rushing yards on the day. Or 98 total yards, on the day for him, and then 95, I believe, for Singleton. So between the two, you have 193, which is very impressive.
Indeed, it is very impressive. Oh, my Lord. That's fun. Extra point is good. So it's now 38-3. Penn State leads. Look at this play again, Ganz. They had everyone set out wide. They quickly change it, and Katron Allen breaks the initial tackle and will send us to a break. Penn State rolling now. They lead by 35 on Give 'em 5 Media.
And we are back. It may be a 35-point deficit, but we're still having fun here on Give 'em 5 Media. If you haven't already, drop a like, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications, and tell us, who do you guys have winning the college football playoffs? Personally, I have Oregon, and Robbie?
I also have Oregon. I said that from the beginning.
As
Kick it will be returned by Smith. Spin move and is down. And it'll be first down coming up very shortly.
There's a flag.
Oh, wait, we do have a flag. Guys, you're right. We do have a flag. I think it's I don't know what this would be, though.
Illegal block in the back is my guess,
That's a good shout.
as that's usually the only penalty on
Or holding on the receiving team.
one of the two. They're discussing it.
I do have it up.
And prayers to Tank Dell, who has suffered an injury.
And it looked like a very serious injury from what we've heard about that.
And let's see what the flag is.
Personal foul. Shot block. So 15-yard penalty. And a first down.
More self-inflicted wounds. Gosh.
Themes continue. It's like repeating itself at this rate.
And was SMU really a penalized team? That's my question.
I don't know, actually.
I'm going to have it up in 1 second. Let's see. Penalties on the season. Yes, they were. 101 for... Okay. Yep.
Yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot.
101 penalties?
That is a lot. First down. Play action. Rolling right. Lob pass complete. And to the tight end. That was to Stone Ebby. It's a gain of maybe 5 or 6. It'll be second down. Second and 4, 12:20 to go.
SMU trying to do the impossible.
Handoff middle for nothing. Third and 4. James Franklin watching on as his team continues to be in total control of this contest.
He's probably thinking, how are we going to stop Ashton Genty?
That's the thought you have to have in your mind now.
It has to be.
Because SMU on the ground have actually been pretty all right. Pass left side complete. That will be for a first down to the 25.
I mean, also, if Penn State loses this game, James Franklin should never coach a game of football again. I don't care if it's flag football, pee-wee football, whatever it is. And
they're going to hurry up. Deep right side. It's dropped.
Dang. Bad drop there by Hudson. Could have been a big catch, but also a little push off there, but no flag was thrown.
You look at the numbers, and Penn State, after their slow offensive first half, have now started to dominate every category except passing yards. Penn State has 6 passing yards in the second half so far.
The stats do not tell the full story.
Juke move and tackle for a loss was Jennings. Tackle there made by Zane Durant.
And the Penn State defenders are dancing.
They're just having fun now.
After this, Owen Heffron and Ethan Bonner on the call for Texas Clemson, and then Robbie and Chase later tonight for Tennessee, Ohio State.
Jennings on third down, rolling to his left. Jennings across his body, fires one over the middle, over the head of the intended target. How cool of a play would that would have been if they completed that? That would have been insane.
Would have been good, but a little too late, I would say.
Let's look at the playoff bracket. Winner will go to the Fiesta Bowl. Have a little party on New Year's Eve.
Playing against Genty.
Ashton Genty and Boise. The runner-up of the Heisman, Ashton Genty and Boise State.
Some may say he was robbed.
SMU will punt it away. Now, unsurprisingly, we'll punt it away.
I would have gone for it.
And this punt has gone pretty far. I'll be fair caught. With 10:42 to go, all the hype for this SMU bunch. And to me, Ganz, they really haven't been able to perform. We'll talk about that in a moment when we return in just a minute.
Welcome back. And we got more fourth quarter gameplay coming up. But this is a huge win for James Franklin, as he's really struggled against top teams in the past couple of years. Lost to Ohio State earlier this year, but is finally getting almost top 10 win under his belt. And we will move on to the second round. And Drew Aller has made some great decisions today.
It's been a big theme, hasn't it, Ganz? As we take a look at Drew Aller, able to roll out of the pocket when needed to, able to extend the play with his legs, go out there, especially on third down. He's been really solid. After the slow start on third down, they've actually been really rock solid on third downs. The only thing to note is that they have six passing yards in the fourth quarter. Not the fourth quarter, the second half. This is their first drive of the fourth quarter.
Okay.
Aller's out of the game.
Everyone's going to say I make everything about Michigan. But this is exactly what Michigan did against Penn State last year. They didn't throw the ball once in the second quarter, basically.
And prior to the snap, we do have a penalty.
You know what's crazy, Robbie? Could have been Bo Parola, I think that's how you say it. But remember, he transferred. Yes. So it's not him.
I believe this is Grunkmeyer, right?
Ethan Grunkmeyer?
I believe this is who is in. Yep, we have Ethan Grunkmeyer. The
Elite 11 QB.
First snaps this season from Lewis Center, Ohio.
It's part of the Elite 11.
Elite 11, interesting. I mean, he's now playing against the number 11 team in the nation with 10:42 to go. First and 15 for Penn State. Handoff, Singleton, trying to bounce off a tackler, but won't be going anywhere. And it'll be second and 15.
We'll be seeing more Elite 11 QBs coming up later today with Ewers, of course.
Yes.
Being one of them. And I think Klubnik as well.
I don't know if Klubnik was. I don't remember if Klubnik was, to be honest. Second and 15. I'll mark it as second and 14, rather. But we'll keep it as 15 on here, just to keep it simple. Second and 14, 10 minutes to go. Play action. Fires, intercepted. First career pass is intercepted. How about that play by Brandon Crossley with a consolation INT, and SMU get the ball right back despite being down 35.
Yeah, wow. And Grunkmeyer, not how you want to have your first couple snaps go, to say the least.
Penalty, run for 1 yard, and then a pick. Wasn't the greatest throw. Wasn't the greatest idea at a reception. Tender receiver was Harrison Wallace. But regardless, SMU will now be in possession. They run play action. Rolling right, Jennings lobs one to his running back complete. Trying to get across the 40, and will be stopped right at the 40.
Yeah, interesting play there.
9:45 to go in this game. It's a gain of 2. And it'll be second down and 8.
Not a very successful play, but not much they can really do throughout this game at all. And it's showing, even with some backups in for Penn State, I believe.
Second and 8, 9:20 to go. Jennings, 18 of 34 for 160 and an interception. They're going to run maybe a little bit of a trick play, and it's not going to go anywhere. They fake the handoff and try to toss it to Daniels, but he will lose about 4, and it'll be 3rd and 12 upcoming.
Yeah, not good at all. But coming up, Texas, Clemson, followed by Ohio State, Tennessee. Robbie, who do you have winning those 2 games?
That's a tough one. I'm going to go with I'm going to go with the home teams. The home teams have been dominant throughout the first 2 contests. I think that theme will continue.
I'm going to take Texas and Tennessee.
Of course you are. 3rd and 11. Jennings evading. Penalty marker thrown. Jennings is going to fire one. It's in and out of the hands.
Gosh, they can't catch anything these receivers on SMU.
This will be declined. It was a hold, and I believe a hold in the backfield. I'm already 0 for 1 on these penalties today. It looked like a hold in the backfield. We'll see what the call is. Yes, it is a hold. And there'll be a 10-yard penalty. So it will not be 4th down. It will be 3rd and 22 upcoming.
And for Syracuse fans out there, falling to Maryland in basketball, 87-60.
We were supposed to have one of the Syracuse boys on this stream today, but unfortunately he could not make it, understandably. So 3rd and 21, ball now on the opposite side of midfield. 8:34 remaining. Still to come, our 2 games and our across the river player of the game. Dropping the throw is Jennings. Fires middle pass deflected, and it is dropped. Almost intercepted again. Another flag is out.
These refs are just trying to prolong the game. I think so.
I think Jennings took a hit. We'll see what it's for. It is roughing the passer against the defense. So an automatic 1st down.
Now some self-inflicted wounds by Penn State, but I don't know if they're going to matter at this point in the game.
I probably won't. But SMU will get a 1st down. Something we haven't really said as much as you would have thought here in the second half.
Very true. And
First
James Franklin's mic isn't even on. He has it muted right now. Now it's back on. Okay. I was like, dang. Wow.
First and 10 with 8:29 to go, and Penn State will call their 2nd charge timeout.
Disrespectful, James. Gosh.
I think they may have had too many men on the field.
Ay.
So we still have about 8:27 to go, and there we go. Sprinting over to the side judge to make the call, as he's not even in the huddle, which is, I don't know, that's a little bit disrespectful. You tell me in the comments.
He's muted again. Like,
you're up 35. Like,
we do have a comment though from Ethan Ferryman. SMU sucks. Alabama would have been better.
I actually don't know, because SMU, I get the Alabama argument, but we'll speak on the Alabama argument in a second, because I think that's a very fair thing to bring up right now. 1st and 10, toss left. Smith trying to get to the edge across the 37 and shy of the 35. Clock did stop. I don't know why. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
I think yes and no, though, for Alabama.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, you have fair arguments for both of them. At this rate, you can really make the argument for Bama, but we don't know how Bama would have looked. Scuffed play, broken play rather, slip screen, 2 jukes, and shoved out of bounds.
Another thing for Alabama is SMU is not bad. Just they have not been on their game. It's been self-inflicted wounds over and over again, especially with the 2 pick sixes. So
it is a fair point. I believe this is a 1st and 10. Yes, it is. From the 28-yard line. Jennings drops the throw. Jennings steps up, fires one. How about that throw? Touchdown, SMU.
Maybe the game is not over yet.
If we've learned anything from last night, a lot is possible. Roderick Daniels Jr. That's the first touchdown not inside of the final 3 minutes by our away team in the playoffs this year. And how about that strike? That's what you were hoping to see throughout this game from SMU.
That was a way to thread the needle and just get it right into the breadbasket. And I'm expecting an onside kick from SMU. It maybe can go. I would have gone for 2.
I don't know. It's a weird argument to.
Actually,
I don't know.
No,
we'll take a break. We'll be
actually. Let's leave a question from the comments.
We'll leave a question for the comments. What do we have for the comments?
Ethan also commented, also, why is Oregon being punished for being the #1 seed?
Ooh, great question.
That's a great
I've been
comment.
waiting for this question for 3 days.
It's a great
No.
comment.
All right. So I got this question a couple of days ago, and I 100% agree with you. Oregon got screwed, and you would have thought that the #1 team in the nation, they wouldn't go out there and get screwed whatsoever. And guess what? They have, and it is. I agree with you, Ethan. I love that comment. They did get punished for being #1 in the nation. But what I like to see from how this could go out is that Oregon could really prove themselves to be #1 if they win their quarterfinal matchup. Because if you think about it, Oregon would then have to. I think they're going to play Texas in the semifinal. I don't think Arizona State gets to the level of Texas. Or if Clemson, I think Texas or Clemson, whoever it is, beats ASU.
Agreed.
So they would play either one of them. And neither of those teams, Texas or Clemson, are a tough out. So I do agree Oregon got kind of screwed.
And Ethan's an Ohio State fan. He's saying even as an Ohio State fan, he's confused.
Even as an Ohio State fan, respect the hell out of that. I think Ohio State's ranking is a bit low, but listen, they did get kind of screwed, but I think Ohio State and Oregon kind of got screwed.
No way, Ohio State got screwed. Ohio State lost to
Michigan.
Michigan.
I think they should have been ahead of Notre Dame. I really do.
Ohio State shouldn't even be an 8. They lost to Michigan, and I'm a Michigan fan. And
Notre Dame lost to a team that won what 7
yes, Robbie,
games? But 5. They lost
Robbie,
to a sub 500 team in the MAC.
Ohio State lost to Michigan.
It's a Big Ten game
easily. But
it's
they should have easily won it, and I'm a Michigan fan.
It's a Big Ten game.
And also for Oregon being punished, I think basically for the committee, since in March Madness, it's the 1 versus 16, and then 8 versus 9, and those two winners play each other. So I think that's the idea they were going for. But because there's no 16 seed, I guess, it kind of screws over Oregon in a way. So they tried to make it like March Madness, but it really didn't work.
Let's look at those upcoming games, because we have our game in action now. Let's head back to it momentarily. But of course, you have Texas and Clemson coming up, and Ohio State and Tennessee all coming up right here on Give 'em 5 Media. You can check out all of the streams right here, back to back to back. They are not electing to onside kick this, unsurprisingly.
What is SMU?
As we are back underway.
What is? Make sure you guys like and subscribe, though.
The return from inside the 1. I don't know what's happening now. They just there was a slide by the returner at about the 10-ish.
I think they were preparing for a squib kick, to be honest.
I thought they were preparing for an onside kick. I thought you were right, Ganz. I thought they were going.
I would have onside kicked it there, but I guess SMU is just throwing in the towel, which is very interesting.
And like I said, still to come, we'll have it at the next break, or in 2 breaks, is the player of the game. Ganz gets to pick today. Today's player of the game. The ball's actually the 8, so it's shy of the 10. And it'll be first down and 10.
You know what could change everything? A safety here would be insane.
That is very true. First and 10. Aller. Actually, this is not Aller. It's a handoff. Aller's out of the game. I completely forgot.
I think it's Grunkmeyer still.
Grunkmeyer is in, and he hands it off to Singleton for 1 yard. For 1 singular yard.
Is Texas the only game where it's not going to be that cold at? Because
yes,
Ethan said for Ohio State it's going to be 13 degrees at kickoff. So
it's going to be less with the winds and everything. Texas is the only, and it's not even that warm at Texas either. It's 60.
But compared to Notre Dame.
Oh, obviously, yeah. But it's a school in the South. Like, it's going to be freezing. And
yes,
is a big theme of the playoff early on. But once you get to the quarterfinals and everything, the winner of this game goes from the freezing cold to Arizona. So take that how you will. Run left side, maybe getting a yard on the play. I believe that was Corey Smith. Yes, it was Corey Smith.
Not even calling their timeouts, SMU. Are they just throwing in the towel? I'm so confused.
I think they are, and they kind of should.
No, throw some fight. Show some fight. Come on.
They showed some fight by scoring a touchdown. And also, it'd be easier for
Okay.
us because we have to set up another stream right after that. Well, some of us have to set up a stream right
Yes,
after.
but from the fan perspective, like, come on. Like, Indiana put up the fight. They didn't give up.
Well, they weren't down 28, were they?
They were down 27, no?
No,
Give or take.
No, they were down 7. I don't even remember what they were down. Pass complete on the outside. It is a first down.
Okay, now that's game.
Ganz talked about having the fight. Penn State came right back with it and got a first down.
Grunkmeyer.
That's the first completed pass in the career of Grunkmeyer.
Yes, sir.
And it goes for a first down in the college football playoff. He threw a pick on the last drive, and this time
14-point game last night is what it was.
it was 14, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, still though, like, and what is this formation?
I don't know what's happening. It is a handoff to Corey Smith. Tries to get by one, isn't fully able to. It is a gain of about 5 or 6. And it'll be second down and 4 upcoming.
James Franklin must just be like, okay, let's just run whatever at this point and let's just have some fun. Because what am I watching with these plays? Having the center and then everyone else running up and then hiking it? Like, what?
I'll tell you right now, it is a little bit confusing indeed. We're inside the final 4.5 to go. Handoff to one of the new running backs. This time it is Martin Jr., and he's going nowhere.
Get stopped.
3rd and 4 upcoming. If we get like a Dabo Sweeney, we'll see him in about 45 minutes time. A little over 45 minutes till kickoff over there.
And in the game... Sorry,
Go ahead.
I was going to look at the FCS game. The South Dakota State game, I believe. Or North Dakota State game?
I don't even know. I thought it was North Dakota State against South Dakota. I don't know. The Battle of the Dakotas. Corey Smith takes the handoff and will lose yards.
And yes, it was North Dakota State versus South Dakota State, and North Dakota State won 28-21.
So it'll be 4th down and 7 here. There is Kate Klubnik. We'll see him in just a couple of minutes' time.
Former Elite 11 QB as well.
Klubnik talking actually to the head referee. Not sure why. Final 3 minutes of the first game of Saturday's college football playoff action on Given 5 Media. Snaps low, fielded by the punter, and it is away.
These punts have been very bad.
Fielded at the 34, trying to cut back across the 35-40. Up the field, 45-50, just shy of midfield, and will be down at about the 47-yard line. And that is where SMU will be taking over.
And I think it's time to present the player of the game. What do you think, Robbie?
We'll wait a little bit more. For next break, we will present.
Okay.
Coming up very soon is our player of the game.
James Franklin is getting a ranked win.
He is getting a ranked win. FBS quarterbacks to rush for over 3,000 yards and run for over 300. Joining that list is Kevin Jennings, even though he hasn't had the greatest performance, and his backup is now in the game. It is Keldrick Luster, is not Preston Stone.
Let's see what he could do.
He'll have it on 1st and 10.
The freshman.
They'll hand it off, and it's going nowhere. Handoff that time was to Johnson Jr. As you're running down to the 2-minute warning, Ganz, you were a little premature last time, but who is your player of the game?
I'm going to be giving it to... Just want to make sure I say the name correctly.
Who is it?
I don't want to mess up like earlier and say the wrong player. It is Dominic DeLuca.
Yes, that's a good one. Dominic DeLuca, who had, I believe, 2 interceptions today. Correct me if I'm wrong.
One of them being a pick 6, yes.
And one of them being a pick 6. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So you stay with us here on Give 'em 5 Media. We 3rd down and 11. And coming up very shortly will be Ethan Bonner and Owen Heffron. We'll hear from both of them in just a couple of minutes, but with us, Robbie Basel, Ben Ganz. Almost done is our contest here today. And like you said, it has been complete domination from Penn State.
And for the sake of, because the NCAA, the committee, expanded it, hoping to make more money, but they expanded it, and yes, they've made more money, but each game has been a blowout. So maybe it's proving the idea of the 4 format correct.
Say it again?
They're proving the idea of the 4-team format better, as a lot of these games are being blowouts so far.
I don't know if we could really judge it yet. We still have to wait for the 2 games later, and we also have to wait for the quarterfinal round to see how that.
Sorry, maybe they should have just started with the quarterfinals, gone 8 teams.
Yeah, I think it's a fair argument.
That would.
We'll see how the playoffs continues to go.
Mm-hmm. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. New content coming very soon, and still 2 more games to be called today on the channel. And follow us on Instagram and TikTok.
Hopefully nothing goes wrong with those 2 streams later. We'll take a look at what those 2 games are, of course, as we go back to our live schedule.
Mm-hmm.
More coverage of the first round coming up. 4 o'clock is the start, should be the start of the next stream. Then 8 o'clock with myself and Chase Creedy. Should be a fun one. 3 broadcasters in the next 2 streams making their debuts on Give 'em 5, which is really, really awesome. So
go Volunteers.
Go Volunteers.
I'll say it. And if Tennessee wins, I said it earlier, but I need them to plant the flag. I need that. Just to see how it'd be. Like, what the reaction would be from Ohio State. I feel like it's a must. Is it not, though? Like, am I wrong?
It's not, because it's unnecessary.
No,
like the first time it was a rivalry game, and I understand.
But Oklahoma did it a while ago against Ohio State.
Oklahoma did it. It was Baker Mayfield like week 2.
Yeah, so I think Tennessee should do it tonight and see
what
happens.
That's so lame. Like, do your job.
I would love to see Tennessee
go
do it
out
tonight.
and end the contest. Like, that's what it is.
I will definitely be cheering for the Vols.
Of course you are. You're a Michigan fan.
Indeed.
Final 2 minutes of this game before we say goodbye for now. It'll be 3rd down and 11. Make it 3rd and 12. From the 45, Luster in the shotgun with 2 receivers either side. And he almost gets one guy to jump off sides. Play clock inside 15. 38-10, SMU leads.
Penn State leads.
Penn State leads, correction. Luster, he wants to lob one down the sideline. Incomplete. Almost intercepted.
Should have been intercepted.
And it'll be 4th and 11 with 1:54 to go.
Do you go for it here?
Do you go for it? I actually wouldn't mind that.
I would. Let the kids get the reps. Let the kids get the reps.
Yeah, it's a good argument, but they will be punting it away. And then Penn State can take 3 knees and
call it a day.
And call it a day. As they'll probably go back to dorms and chill while they try to wait to see who they will play next. Punt is away.
No, they're going to be in the locker room figuring out how are we going to stop Ashton Genty.
Good point as well. So 1:46 remaining. It'll be 1st and 10. As that will likely do it for us for game 1 of the day. What a couple of interesting moments we had. We had a pretty weird second half. We had an onside kick that was almost recovered. So teams are 1 for 3 on onside kicks, by the way, during the playoffs so far this year.
1 for 3, nice.
1 for 3. Listen, it's better than what it is.
0 for 3. True.
It's not 0 for 3, exactly.
That's very true.
They're running a play. I don't understand what's happening. They ran a play, handoff right side, and it's going to go nowhere. I don't understand why they're not kneeling this out.
It's James Franklin. Are you surprised?
Yeah, fair point.
especially with the way he's been calling plays today. Come on.
So clock will continue to wind down.
So the first games of the quarterfinals that will be played is Penn State, Boise State. December 31st, 7:30 p.m.
Who would you have win that game, by the way? As we got 2nd and 10 with a minute 10 to go.
But
handoff to Smith, and he'll get about 1. It'll be 3rd and 9. I still don't understand why they're running plays, but no one. I mean, I guess to get the young guys reps, but like, it's a playoff.
Bro, James Franklin's mic's muted again. Come on, show some respect. I have no clue why they're calling plays. Maybe I guess I don't even know. Because why not?
Inside 40 seconds, they can just take the knee here.
They're stat padding.
There's no need to. They're lining in the shotgun on 3rd and 9.
See, stat padding.
Handoff up the middle and tripped up, and that will do it for us. What an interesting contest we were able to bring to you today. It is Penn State who are able to dismantle SMU. They take this one by the final score of Penn State 38, SMU 10. Penn State's another win for Penn State, their 12th win on the season, most of school history. They'll play Boise State in the Fiesta Bowl on New Year's Eve. Ganz, final thoughts.
I'm speechless. Just Penn State clobbered them. Hopefully the next 2 games are better. Both going to be live on Give 'em 5 Media. So drop a like and subscribe because they'll be great.
Well, Ganz, thank you so much for your help during these playoffs. This is the last game for Ganz of the first round. But for myself and my partner, Ben Ganz, and the entire Give 'em 5 family, I'm Robbie Basel, saying so long. Penn State advances to the quarterfinals. This has been the College Football Playoff first round on Give 'em 5 Media. Goodbye, everyone.